जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई जय श्री निताई गौरंग भगवान की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गुरुदेव की जय। निताई गौर हरि प्रेमानंद। Do this kirtan after some time. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapad Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Lalita Shri Vishakhamritamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Let's sing together. Narayana Namaskritya Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtakayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamarine Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Namo Mahabadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namah. Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Go Brahmananitaya Cha Jagadhitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah. Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Vrishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Chitodharpanamajjanam Bhava Mahadavati Nirvapanam Shreyakaiva Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadhu Jeevanam Anandam Buddhivartanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swahanam Sarvatma Sthapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Namakari Bahulani Sarva Shakti Tadrati Paniyamita Smarena Etadrishi Tava भगवन् नमामि दुर्दैवं कीदृशं न जानामि नादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमाननीय मानदेय कीर्तनेन सदा हरि कवितां वा जगदीशामहे जन्मनीश्वरे भवतां भक्त्यो हरिति वै आनंद धनुज किंकरं रजतमां वशमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पाद पंकज धूल सदृशं विचिन्तया नयनं गरजश्रुधारया वदनं गर्गदरुधाय गिरा पुलकेन चितं बहुगतां तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायतं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रवर्षायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्रितवापादरतं विनस्तु मां प्रदक्षिणं वर्मातं करोतु वा यथा तथा वदतु मम पदो मात्प्राणनाथस्तु एव नात्रः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाचालं पंगुं गायत्रीगिरिं कृपातमहं वन्दे श्री गुरु दीनतारिणं श्री परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत् स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष स्वाभ्याभ्यन्तरं सुचे श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु Hare Krishna. We'll start with the Bhagavad Gita verse. There were 2-3 things I thought I'll discuss today, but we'll start with one verse. We'll take it forward. Hopefully, we'll finish 13th chapter today. I don't know. Hare Krishna. ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचित् आत्मनम् आत्मना केचित् आत्मनम् आत्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे ध्यानेनात्मेन पश्यन्ति केचित् आत्मनम् आत्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे प्रभु जी
ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचित् आत्मानाम् आत्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे
Any other closing?
ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मानाम् आत्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे
Any Mataji's?
ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मानाम् आत्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे
Snigdha? Come close. Yeah.
ज्ञानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति
ज्ञानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति
केचिदात्मानमात्मना
केचिदात्मानमात्मना
अन्ये साङ्ख्येन योगेन
अन्ये साङ्ख्येन योगेन
कर्मयोगेन च परे
कर्मयोगेन च परे.
Anybody else wants to see? Okay. Okay. Dhyanena,
Jnanena,
by meditation, Atmani, within the self, Pashyanti, see, Kechit, some, Atmanam, the super soul, Atmana, by the mind, Anye, others, Sankhyena, of philosophical discussion, Yogena, by the yoga system, Karma Yogena, by activities without fruitive desire, Cha, also, Apare, others. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Please repeat after me. Some perceive the super soul within themselves through meditation, others through cultivation of knowledge, and still others through working without fruitive desires. So 13th chapter, if you all remember what it is, it's been going on for a year now. I don't know. So anyway, so 13th chapter is about after understanding everything about bhakti in 12th chapter, Arjuna asks some detailed questions about Jnana Yoga. He asks Krishna, what is Jnana, what is Jnana, what is Kshetra, what is Kshetrajna, right? He asks and what is Ishvara, who is God, who is me, right? He asks detailed questions. So among the Jnana Yoga, this is the portion of Sankhya Yoga. Right? You can decrease the sound a little, maybe it's echoing a little. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Is the echo zero then? No? There is a echo zero on the phone. Just see the four things. Echo is zero. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Now echo is gone. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yeah. It's very difficult. No, you can press that and manage that plastic thing. You know. If you press that, then it keeps coming and going. Yeah, that's the way to do it. You don't need two books. Remove one book. You just press that and manage. Yeah, now press that and let it stand. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Yeah. So progress in satsang means you should know how to set up a mic, set up projector, right? Set up a speaker, set up the whole stage, right? Almost everybody is becoming an expert in the satsang now, right? Everybody is organizing satsangs and everybody is performing satsangs, right? Especially Gachibowli Satsang means everybody's house should have a speaker. Everybody's house should have a projector mic stand. Right? People will work suddenly shocked what is going on in their house. Right? Nobody's house has this. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Vinod Pro. Please. Yeah. So, 13th chapter, the questions are answered. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnana, Jnana. Jnana means what? That which needs to be known. Jnana means that which is there to be known. That which needs to be known is Jnana. Then he is talking about Ishvara. Now here Lord Krishna is concluding the 13th chapter, almost concluding, where he is discussing and saying how you can understand me. After knowing all these things, how people try to approach me and understand me. Right? So what is he saying? Some approach through meditation. Some approach through cultivation of knowledge. Some approach through working without fruitive desires. Karma Yoga. Right? So let us read the purport of Prabhupada. The Lord informs Arjuna that the conditioned souls can be divided into two classes as far as man's search for self-realization is concerned. Those who are atheists, agnostics, and skeptics are beyond the sense of spiritual understanding. But there are others who are faithful in their understanding of spiritual life, and they are called introspective devotees, philosophers, and workers who have renounced fruitive results. Those who always try to establish the doctrine of monism are also counted among the atheists and agnostics. In other words, only the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are best situated in spiritual understanding because they understand that beyond this material nature are the spiritual world and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is expanded as the Paramatma, the super soul in everyone, the all-pervading Godhead. Of course, there are those who try to understand the Supreme Absolute Truth by cultivation of knowledge, and they can be counted in the class of faithful. The Sankhya philosophers analyze this material world into 24 elements, and they place the individual soul as a 25th item. When they are able to understand the nature of the individual soul to be transcendental to the material elements, they are able to understand also that above the individual soul there is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the 26th element. Thus, gradually, they also come to the standard of devotional service in Krishna consciousness. Those who work without fruitive results are also perfect in their attitude. They are given a chance to advance to the platform of devotional service in Krishna consciousness. Here it is stated that there are some people who are pure in consciousness and who try to find out the super soul by meditation. And when they discover the super soul within themselves, they become transcendentally situated. Similarly, there are others who try to understand the supreme soul by cultivation of knowledge, and there are others who cultivate the Hatha Yoga system and who try to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead by childish activities. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Prabhupada is so beautifully explaining here, if you see the purport, that Bhakti Yoga is the highest, right? Most easiest also, where you don't have to, yeah, I'm seeing Surendra Prabhu. I don't know, I don't know why am I feeling this. I feel as if I'm meeting you first time in the year. Yeah, I don't know. Huh? Mayapur effect, is it? Yeah. Yeah, I tried to, I don't know, I loved it.
You're completely in.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. What is meant by Hatha Yoga? Okay, I'm not a yoga expert here. Anybody who can tell about Hatha Yoga? It's a very difficult yoga that I can tell you, which you and me cannot practice.
Guruji, mainly looking at animals, they have analyzed what animal poses and based on that Hatha Yoga comes.
Hatha Yoga system, is it? So you try
Based
to
on
pose.
animal poses.
Yeah. So you become a guru or a kangaroo. Animal poses. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so the point is, Bhakti Yoga is the highest and a very simple, practicable yoga, where we see Krishna in everything. We have to find Krishna in everything. And how do we find Krishna in everything? Right now in our life, where do we see Krishna? How do we experience Krishna's presence in our spiritual life? Prabhupada Mataji? Association. Devotees. Right? When devotees are there in our life, Krishna is everywhere. When devotees are not there, Krishna is nowhere. Right? We are completely dependent on devotees to experience Krishna. Bhakti is not given by Krishna, it is given by Bhakti Devi, who is a devotee of Krishna. Right? Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani ki jai. Bhakti cannot be given by Krishna. Krishna can't give Bhakti. Bhakti has to be given by Bhagavatas. Bhaktas only can give Bhakti. Are you all following? Yeah. So, there were many things that were very inspiring in Mayapur trip. I'll be saying few things as we go forward. But I wanted to share something that will, Hare Krishna Jyotsna Mataji, long time Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, there was something I really saw and I was amazed. And I thought I'll share with all of you. Right? I ran to the main stage and in a very illegal way, I got the presentation of something that they presented. Right? I don't think anybody on the planet Earth except me and the presenter has this presentation. I'm proud to say that.
You steal it from there.
Yeah, you know that, right? Raghunandan Prabhu, you were there. I got that idea. Raghunandan Prabhu was, what? You're going to get the presentation? Yes. I ran to the stage. Before they asked who you are, I told give the presentation. And by the time they gave the presentation, they turned back to ask who you were, and they vanished. Anyway.
What is the topic?
Yeah, sure. See, I really was inspired by this presentation, and I felt the satsang is to inspire each other, right? So we are all doing services. We are all doing different kinds of services. I wanted to tell you or show you what kind of services are being done during this great war that is happening between Ukraine and Russia, right? His Holiness Niranjan Swami Maharaj is one of the sannyasis who travels to Ukraine. He's been preaching in Ukraine for some years, right? And how many devotees are there in Ukraine? What you are seeing on the screen is one city in Ukraine, one city's congregation.
Very good.
Right? Yeah. So in between the war, how devotees have helped each other? Where can you experience Krishna? Right? Where can you see Krishna? Krishna's presence can be seen in this report. So then I said, okay, why not bring this report? They presented this in ILS, ISKCON Leadership Summit, and how devotees are helping each other. And while the Prabhuji was presenting, I could literally see tears rolling in every eye. Isn't it, Raghunandan? You and me were the last souls left from our Gachibowli. Everybody else were gone by that time. Yeah. Share your care. Support of individuals. This was presented by a Ukrainian devotee. 3,334 devotees received individual financial aid from the rest of the world of ISKCON. Right? 3,334 families were saved by ISKCON devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai. One devotee's desire to serve Krishna. See where it has taken it. Right? How many temples Ukraine has? Anybody has an idea? Ukraine, the country which we don't even remember in the world map. When the war started, I actually Googled and saw where is Ukraine. Right? 588 devotees given shelter in communities we support. Meaning they became houseless, their houses were bombed, and nothing was there. In cold winter time, 588 families were given shelter in each other's houses, in communities. Right? Is that devotee care?
Yes.
Yeah, is that devotee care?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah? Yeah, this girl got badly hurt in the war. So they shared the picture of this girl. Most of the photographs are not randomly picked. They all have a big meaning. These are devotees. Most of them were given shelter. Right? They lost their houses, everything they have. How many of us here have experienced war? We've not experienced war. Just imagine Green Grace, A block, B block, C block bombed to pieces. Where do you think you'll go? Where do you think you'll go? My own Krishi bombed to pieces. Lake Breeze bombed to pieces. Where will we go? Right? We are thinking about, we have house, we have everything. So even they were thinking. But one fine morning, we are not finding fault in Putin, we are not finding fault in, forget about this political drama that's going on. But affected are the people. Badly affected are the people. They became homeless. People who thought they have education, they have power, became beggars in one night. In one night. No matter what bank balance you have, your bank is bombed. You can't get money out of it. Right?
Recently, they showed a picture. I don't know how to explain it. In Turkey, there's one man who is extremely rich. 50 houses or something.
33 buildings.
33 buildings he has, and he has 2 bread pieces in his hand and crying. That was a picture floating.
In the matter of 7 seconds or so. All the buildings are.
Yes, 35 buildings come on. With 2 bread pieces in his hand and crying.
Prabhu, don't be attached to your material wealth. Practice begging. One of the essential skills. One of the very essential skills. Right? Not the way they beg at crossroads. Genuine begging. You should learn that. Begging is without ego. Without ego. One of the qualities of becoming a devotee, you should become a beggar of Krishna's mercy. Right? Beggar of blessings. Go and beg for it. Right? Genuinely. 1,05,648 plates of prasadam sponsored and distributed to devotees in need. Right? During the war. 1,05,400. It's not. These numbers I'm telling you, Prabhu, during the war, you are more bothered about your own family. You just want to be alive, see through. And during that time, they are distributing prasadam. They told that some places, there was one place, they chose to hide in a swimming pool without water. There was a swimming pool without water, and that city was being so badly bombed everywhere that the devotees went into a big swimming pool without water, and instead of just hiding there, they started cooking there. Yes, Prabhu? They started cooking there. Cooking for whom? Not for them, for people who are outside. Right? They cooked prasadam, thousands of plates. Every day, the prasadam is going out from the swimming pool, and book distribution was at its peak during the war. Ukraine never distributed so many books that they have distributed during the wartime. People bought spiritual books. They want to understand what is life. Right? And it so happened that one day they took the prasadam, they forgot to take the books. The devotees. They forgot to take the books. They went all the way, they went long distance to distribute prasadam, and where is the books? Where are the books? So we forgot the books. One devotee said, that's okay, let's distribute prasadam. No, what is the use of just distributing prasadam? They need to get Prabhupada's mercy. They have to get the books. We have to go back and get the books. They said, no, Prabhu, let's distribute prasadam. We can't go back, it's too dangerous. No, Prabhu, we'll get the books. Prabhupada said distribute books. Our Guru Maharaj said distribute books. We have to go back. They left the spot to take books, and that very spot was bombed within few minutes. If they would have not gone to take books, none of them would have been alive. So Prabhupada book distribution, just the instruction of an Acharya saved all of them. Right? That very spot they were saying, it was like bombed. They were using some word for bomb. What is it? Some shell or something they were saying. Yeah, like literally makes everything into pieces. Right? Now, Prabhu, this is devotion. This is ISKCON society. Huh? We all should be proud of being part of the society, which was serving not only devotees, but every single person that they saw getting affected by war. They were actually coming forward and serving. 3-year-old Lisa needed to be treated from pneumonia. For several months, Lisa was with her mother, was hiding from the war abroad. Now they are back in Ukraine. During the journey, she caught a cold in her lungs, badly infected, almost dying. I don't know how many of you have experienced extreme cold. If you think Hyderabad is winter, that's an illusion. There is no winter in Hyderabad. Right? You should know what is winter. You go to some God forbidden, dangerous, demoniac countries like USA. There you will experience what is hellish life. Like East Coast, go live there, you'll understand what is hellish life. Right? Yeah. There, if you get pneumonia, you die. You die. It's so horrible. And devotees were saved in those situations. Just imagine, in that atmosphere, your house is bombed. You don't have heating. It's very difficult to explain, all of you, like Greek and Latin. Because we are Hyderabadis. We are saved to be taken birth in Bharatvarsha, where there is Sita also, Ushna also, winter and summer, in a balanced way, isn't it? But being IT employees working in companies, we can't understand Sita Ushna because everything is air conditioned. We are conditioned and air is also conditioned. How will you understand summer and winter? Prabhuji, summer is so bad. Yes, Prabhuji, summer is very bad. तू बाहर जाना तेरे को मालूम चलेगा क्या summer. Sitting in the house, what do you understand? What is summer? Little summer, one sweat is trying to come down, immediately fan. Sweat will go back. How will you understand spirituality? Prabhu, Dando, Hare Krishna, Dando. How will you understand spirituality? Can somebody give way to Prabhuji? Please, Prabhuji. As you wish, Dando. How will you understand spiritual life when you don't have any idea of what is natural living? What is nature? Very difficult. That is the reason, even though we are well educated and have so much intellectual knowledge, it's very difficult to understand Bhagavad Gita. Just everybody come 3 feet ahead. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Just make some space. Just come forward. There's a lot of space. You all make fun of me, right? When I say there is a lot of space.
50 more
Coming
people can,
forward.
50 more people can fit.
Yeah, 50 more. Because you've not seen yatras. That is your problem. Again, like Sitoshna, you've not seen yatras. Yeah, the problem is you've not seen yatras. You don't understand in between you are leaving space for at least 70 people there. You don't know that.
Kirtan Mela.
In Kirtan Mela, Prabhuji saw that, right? You saw that,
You
right?
can only stand, that's all.
You can only stand in that I fitted inside.
And somebody
At
knows
one
me.
point, half of my weight was being borne by one fellow beside. And he was cursing me, Prasadam, come khaya kar. Right? And yet we are all in bliss, in happiness. Right? So anyway, so here is this lady, brothers Leonard and Sherky Kerson, while at home reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, shell hit their building. This brother, just see that building while they're at home. Half the building was destroyed, one of the brothers was injured. These devotees are 16 round chanting devotees. How many of you know that there are 3 generations of Hare Krishna devotees in Ukraine? 3 generations. Right? If somebody is thinking here, should I or should I not accept Krishna consciousness? It's your choice. Because the whole world is becoming Krishna conscious. You want to be left alone, it's your choice. That's what I felt.
I thought you said
Sitting
job.
there. Huh?
I thought you said job.
I was being polite in English. దానికే తెలుగు లెక్చర్ బాగుంది మీ సావు నువ్వు సావురా అంటారు. Devotees donated generators. They bought generators and they donated them to temples. Right? Why? Because Mangalarti has to continue. Lot of the temples, deities were removed and small deities were kept. And main deities were kept underground because if the shell hits the temple, the deities will be smashed. Right? So much difficulties were going on. For temples, what is it? Zappo.
That's a place name.
Yeah, that's a place name. Yeah, it's a place name. Solar panels and generators, biogas system, generator for using bull power. All these things were donated during that time, right? Share your care for temples. New Mayapur Rural Retreat Center, now refugee center. The center, there is a center called New Mayapur in Ukraine, right? And that center converted into refugee center. So many people are saved, right? See this devotee. Share your care from temple. Kharkiv, right? He almost looks like Putin. I don't know why. Yeah, but yeah. So generators with batteries, uninterrupted power supply was given. Now let me tell you, this uninterrupted power supply is not a choice or a luxury, right? This is a necessity. During that time, if there is no heat, your family can die in one night. It is so dangerous. Again, so many pictures they have shared, big generators, small generators. They literally were taking care of each other, right? Look at this family.
Same brother.
Patron member for Yatra, huh?
The same member, one of the brothers,
Yes.
the last one.
The last
Kerson.
one?
Kerson,
Yeah, yes. So Lev Kerson,
Yeah.
all this new Mayapur, these are the devotees.
Places.
No, these are the devotees, these are the temple, and here are the places. They have come for a yatra. Temples and deities. How many temples are there in Ukraine? 30 temples are there in Ukraine. And those temples are not like temples in India. You want to see the temples? This is one of the temples. Can you see the temple here? Right? Krishna consciousness is spreading pole to post in Ukraine, one of the countries we're talking about. Right? Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Look at this temple in Kherson. It was bombed in different places, but look at devotees sitting inside, just taking shelter and just saving themselves, distributing, and having prasadam. Right? City was occupied, but now back in Ukraine, Russian soldiers were staying in temple building. No access to the temple now because particular area is still under artillery and because of high risk of mines in the building. Right? Entire life is disrupted. But everybody is chanting 16 rounds minimum. Right? They have no reason to say, Krishna, why is it happening with me? Can you see this temple in Kharkiv? Beautiful temple, right? Temple so far safe, although Kharkiv just near in the front line. Any time it can be bombed. Any time. It's right in the front line, this temple. Right? And look at the devotees, how they are working. See? Something is gone, they are fixing it immediately. These are the deities. Big Gaurnitai, it is replaced from the temple for safety. They removed these deities. Small Gaurnitai at present being worshipped in the temple. Sunday festival in Kharkiv during the war. Can you see that? Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. Just look at them, how blissful. I mean, they are war-affected Prabhus and Matajis. Right? Look at the Sunday program, they are dancing. Whole country is in fear and devotees are in ecstasy. And all, what are they thinking? They are not thinking about survival, they are thinking about service. How can they expand Krishna consciousness? How can they make the best of this bad opportunity? Right? ISKCON. Karma. It's very difficult to make. Yeah. Temple was under construction, now completely destroyed with a shell. New temple they were constructing, completely blasted off. You can see the family there. This is ISKCON in Kyiv. Can you see the temple? Isn't it beautiful? How many want to shift to Ukraine? You'll say after the war. That is the problem. Yes, Radha Madhav deities in Kyiv. Look at that. Big Radha, they have taken out the altar now. They are kept aside. Small deities are being worshipped. Right? This is Sunday Feast Festival 2 weeks ago while the war is going on. Look at the way it is packed. The temple is packed. All devotees. This is another ISKCON. Zaporizhzhia. City is near to the front line but continues to function. This temple is continuously functioning even though it is right in the front line. Anytime it can be bombed. It's visible. Front line means the soldiers are right there, war is right there going on. But they didn't stop. The deities are still there, they're continuing the worship. See the beautiful temple. You can see Sudarshan Chakra from the top. Yeah? Hare Krishna. This is the deities inside. Gaurnita deities being worshipped in the temple. See? Such a beautiful dressing in between the war. This is ISKCON Dnipro. Right? You look at this. Look at the size of the temple. And this is the deities. Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadramai are in Ukraine right now. And they are being worshipped. Look at the big banner beside the temple for everyone to come. Right? These are the deities. Gaurnitai. They are taken out from the temple, small deities are being worshipped. This is ISKCON Odessa. Deities are taken out from the temple. Look at this beautiful altar and the huge place for everyone to sit. Is everyone able to see from behind? Yeah? Yeah. These are the deities. Jagannath. This is Bakumat. ISKCON has a temple building in Bakumat, but city is directly on the front line. Bakumat 70% is ruined, no devotees remaining there, no info about the temple. They don't know what happened there. They're not able to find out what happened to the temple, to the deities. It's very dangerous situation, brothers and sisters. Yeah. At present, all major cities under Ukraine are under weekly missile attack. Target is electric infrastructure, sometimes civil buildings being hit too. They want to destroy all the support system so people can leave. In 50 cities all over Ukraine, food for life is being done. Can you imagine? 50 cities of Ukraine, free prasadam is being distributed to everybody. See this devotee? See, these devotees in train station, they're all normal people. Right? By whose mercy? Prabhupada's mercy, isn't it? And His Holiness Niranjan Swami Maharaj. During the war when nobody wants to enter the country, Niranjan Maharaj went there, spent time with the devotees. Right? And is making sure we are there. The rest of the ISKCON is there. You know what is the challenge right now in Ukraine for devotees? They don't know how to manage the funds they are receiving. Because everybody wants to help. Right? That is called devotee care. 250 plus points of food distribution in entire Ukraine. Every single day. 250 places prasadam is being distributed. 250 places. How many places in Gachibowli prasadam is distributed? Our own houses it is distributed. Right? I mean, probably I'm telling you, this is the inspiration we should take of seeing a country which never uttered the word Krishna. There are more devotees in Russia than India. Do you know that? I'm talking about Ukraine. I'm not talking about Russia. Right? And they are taking inspiration. They're reading Prabhupada books. Every single Prabhupada book is translated into Ukrainian languages, Russian language, and they're serving. 500 plus volunteers for just distributing prasadam. Can you see how happy they are? Just look at them. And by the way, don't think they're standing safely here. It's a big risk they're taking by coming outside. Right? Where the cities are being bombed, they're coming outside and distributing prasadam. How many would want your children to go and distribute prasadam when it is being bombed? Huh? Will you send them outside? You will not send them outside. Devotion gaya bhad mein. Right? First, my child is important. They are sending their families outside. They are going and distributing prasadam. Right? 2 million plates distributed from the beginning of the war in Ukraine. 2 million plates of prasadam provision Matajis. That's how many? 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs plates from the beginning. How long the war has been going on now? 1 year. In 1 year. And devotees are not tired. They're just going and distributing prasadam. Right? 11,000 plates distributed daily. Food for life. Right? And very healthy prasadam. We don't compromise on quality. We don't compromise on quantity also most of the time. Look at this. At subway station, how they're distributing prasadam. Just see, they're all homeless people. They don't have any place to go. It's bombed. City is bombed. They're shuffling from one place to another place. And see how they're distributing prasadam. Srila Prabhupada prasadam distribution ki jai. Look at this. Book distribution near cave. How happy. Just look at the faces there, the devotees. You should come to Mayapur and actually see these devotees. You'll be shocked to see how happy they are in Krishna consciousness. Here we are thinking, onion garlic छोड़ो क्या? अरे तुम छोड़ो मत छोड़ो, मरो यहाँ पे. We are not attached to onion garlic, we are attached to Krishna. We want to go back to Krishna. Isn't it? People like spiritual books during the war. They're telling, the devotee was telling, that people are coming forward and saying, we want to read. We want to read Bhagavad Gita. We want to read Bhagavatam. Right? Not so much recreation fun these days, but the need to spend their money on something. Whatever little money they have, they only want to spend on reading at this point. Right? Some communities, Kharkiv, distributed more books during the war than in the previous year. All records are smashed by devotees during the war time in Ukraine for book distribution. Can you imagine? If they don't have money, take free books. If you have money, pay for the books. Somebody is sponsoring somebody's books. They are just pouring books. And by the way, Ukraine is one of the countries where paper is produced. And that country is completely bombed. Book prices have gone up, but book distribution is also gone up. That is enthusiasm of devotees. People needed answers to questions set up by life. Look at her, how happy she is distributing books. What is this book? Can anybody see the title and tell? Elevation in Krishna consciousness? I don't know. This one is what? Rajavidya. Right? I think it's Rajavidya. Community of devotees. See how they are. Happy? 2,000 plus devotees left Ukraine fleeing from the war. They had to. Because it was so horrible. Right? But see the Prasadam distribution during the war time, Prabhuji? See Prabhupada is sitting here, how everybody is sitting. Right? Can you see it? This is an old photo, not the new one. And there were many more, but this is an update. I thought I'll share this. Did you all like the presentation? Yeah. Ukraine devotees. Yes. We need inspiration. That is the reason. So Mayapur, Festival of Inspiration. I call it Festival of Inspiration, or ISKCON Leaders Sangha, right? Was an unbelievable experience. I would say next year everybody should come and hear from these devotees, right? Of course, we should be doing some activity as a preacher or actively serving, and most of us are doing it, youth preaching or supporting the preaching activity. So you can attend this ILS Sangha and actually see what people are doing worldwide, how they are serving in different communities, right? And I am very happy to share that little opportunity was given out of nowhere for us to present what we are doing in Gachibowli here. Right? We've never expected that. I was not even prepared for that. But there was old presentation, and Rajesham Prabhu, Gaurang Prabhu, they recommended us to present what we are doing here. And I must tell you that I have made so many new friends, so many new, different devotees, while I presented, whatever we did, I presented whatever you all did, right? Every single effort that was happening here, I tried to collate that. And some of you attended one of the presentations. I was asked to present 4 times. 3 times I presented, that was scheduled. 4th time was on demand. Some devotees said, no, he needs to present because some other devotees, congregation, they want to learn. But anyway, I felt it is all happening with the mercy of Prabhupada. And if there is anything that we are doing here which can help other communities to repeat, it is possible. And they all were very inspired. Right? And some of them also told me what we should do more. Right? And some of them told what you're doing, please share the material. Right? So whatever our SSR presentations have gone to at least, if not exaggerating, 20 plus temples. Yeah, it has gone. Right? And more than 20 plus preachers have taken it up, and they are going to repeat the SSR in their respective communities. Right? And many want to repeat youth preaching ideas, preaching initiatives. Right? Even today, one devotee from Meerut, he messaged me saying, send me. So I've sent it to Lucknow, Meerut, I don't know, Pune. I don't even remember how many places. Right? One devotee in Los Angeles, he is a cancer doctor, and he is treating cancer patients. And he's saying that I want to preach my patients because they're in too much anxiety. So I want to do the SSR for cancer patients. So we discussed, sitting in the airport, how to strategize and create a batch of cancer patients. Not giving them cancer, I meant to say like people who already got cancer, put them in a batch. Not to create a cancer batch. But it was so much fun. Why I'm sharing all this? It was so much fun. And next year, I want one of you to go and present. And present unique things that we can do to serve Prabhupada. Why our group has to do more is because Krishna has given us material education. Isn't it? We all are highly educated materially, and we should use that material knowledge to spread Krishna consciousness. And I was amazed. In one presentation, 3 sannyasi Maharajas came and sat. And I didn't know how to react. I just paid Dandavat Pranam. I said, Maharaj, what do you expect me to present? He said, you present. I want to see. In last presentation, 3 Prabhupada disciples came and sat. And they were so happy. They were so happy. They came, they blessed me, saying that grand sense of Prabhupada are doing the right things. I'm sharing it for I'm sharing your achievement, not mine. Nothing to do with me. I'm sharing our achievement. Right? Let us be happy for what Krishna has allowed us to do, and let's do it more enthusiastically. Right? Let's do it more enthusiastically. Let's invent more new ways to spread Krishna consciousness in different communities. Right? So many Matajis came forward, they discussed, so many brahmacharis. I can't even tell. I think on an average, 30 to 40 people attended. 30 to 40 people attended on an average, I can say. Right? And all 30 to 40 are going to do something about it. And one devotee, his name I forgot, what is it? Rasraj Prabhu. He's a preacher in Kolkata. Just like us, he has a devotee community. Right? And there are more than 5 preachers. He is a disciple of His Holiness Japadaka Maharaj. And in his house, GBC meetings happen. His house is one of the temples, you can say. We were telling one day, somebody rang the bell, I went and opened, it was Bhakti Charu Maharaj. I said, yes, Maharaj. The meeting is not in your house? No, Maharaj. Okay, I'll go to temple. That is the kind of mercy he gets near the temple. And he was discussing with me, saying the strategies, how we are spreading, how they are spreading there. And he said, we will create a club. We will create a club of how Krishna consciousness can be innovatively spread in different gated communities. Right? Many are inspired. And now I understand why Radheshan Prabhu wanted this to go out. Because he felt, we all can do something. Everybody can do something. I showed, should I show a part of the presentation?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, why don't I do that? I'm not going to present the whole thing. Stop me from doing that.
Live session also we have seen.
Yeah?
Live also we have seen.
Yeah, so I made this presentation. ILS, where is ILS? Oh, there is a folder called ILS I created, right? Yes, ILS presentation. Now I'm forgetting which folder is where. Yeah, so this is ILS presentation. I'll not take through the whole thing. So,
This is so scientific.
That map.
the map thing, right? See, you want to create effects. See, I'm a big drama fellow. So I have to create a drama there. Right? So I saw opportunity to serve. So here is Hyderabad. I asked how many of you have visited Hyderabad? Some Prabhupada disciples said, yes, we have visited Hyderabad. They actually visited Hyderabad and they served in Maidshell Farm and Abbott's Temple in 1970s when Prabhupada was there. So here is Hyderabad. Here are the old part of the Hyderabad where temples are there. And there are some 2 new temples that have come, Athapur and one near Singapore Township. And this is the old Hyderabad city. And this is the outskirts of the remaining Hyderabad. So temples are only in this place. All of them are moving towards another side of the city, which is nothing but high-tech city, the western side of Hyderabad. And do you see any temple in the western side of Hyderabad? Yeah, we don't see any temple, right? Yes. Because this place has all the top companies right now, where we are sitting right now, right? Gachibowli ki. I don't know, right? All the international schools are here. All the top colleges are here. And because all the top companies are here, top colleges are here, top universities are here, obviously, top hospitals are here. Yeah, because we are having anxiety. Because you're being paid more than what we deserve. So we'll be in anxiety all the time. Right? So there is opportunity to serve. We can't go to the other side, but we can do something here. So we started. So what is gated community, by the way? Everything money can buy. High security, all amenities, all comforts, high food, school, recreation. Burial ground also is coming closely.
Part of the community.
Die in the community, get buried in the community. Right? And who stays in them? Top executives, corporates, entrepreneurs. These are the people who stay there. But what is the irony of this? Some are good things to know. None of them are happy. They're miserable. Goal is to be happy, but everybody is quarreling. Right? Why did you park your car one tire in my side?
Is on the line.
Impatient people, lonely living, no relationships. How many people you know in my own Krishi? Look at his face, you'll know the answer.
Except Amma and Nana. Except Amma and Nana.
Right? Except Amma Nana, sometimes during the day. Yeah, but how many people do you know? How many people you know in Trends and Winds?
Like 6.
How many flats are there?
500.
500 flats?
200.
Huh?
270.
He doesn't even know. Right? That is the situation. Big rule book to live, horrible life, secular mindset, killing people. I want to do Bhagavad Gita Satsang. Why not Quran? Why not Bible? Nor me. Right? Secular idiots are everywhere in the community.
This point was very well received.
Yeah. Some people really liked it. They were looking at each other. Finally, we are able to discuss this. Everybody is suffering. Opulent festivals for sense gratification. ఉగాది చేసుకుందాం, సంక్రాంతి చేసుకుందాం. భగవంతుడు ఎక్కడున్నాడు? ఎక్కడున్నాడు భగవంతుడు? ఎక్కడ లేడు భగవంతుడు. అవునా? ఉగాదికి వస్తారు అందరు ఆడవాళ్ళు ఫుల్ చీరేసుకున్నాం, చీర చూస్తున్నాం. ఇటు పక్క ఉగాది పండగ. People stress with huge home loans, right? Godless society with all facilities. All facilities for what? Yes. Right? So this is gated communities. How many want to preach here, brother Mathis? Is there an opportunity to preach? Yes. There is absolute opportunity to preach. So here is our satsang. I showed. See, happy faces. Can you see the happy faces there? Yeah. Some pictures are taken by. Look at Mahesh Prabhu here. Everybody see? Nobody can be more enthusiastic than him. Right? So we are what we are. We started with 10 families and now we are 16 different groups preaching in different places. Some of you who have stopped preaching, make sure your number is still active. But you had started at some time, right? Yeah. So we call devotees and we recently got the approval for extension center. We are going to establish a center. Slowly we are getting there. I think we are 120 core group is 120. That's what I look at. An extended group as you're preaching is more. Now, this all methodology, I don't want to go through this. We all know what we do. We have a whole devotee care system through which we start, how we publicize, how we send it out, how WhatsApp groups, how we call them, how we bring them, how we torture them. Everything is documented. We all know what we do. But Prabhu's and Matajis, the only way we preach is devotee care. This should not be compromised. And a lot of devotees liked this. They said, there is no technique to make any devotee. The only technique is devotee care. You have to spend time with people. Understand what they need. Right? And don't think you are preaching, you are serving. Don't count the people who are coming to satsang. Don't count. Count how many you are able to serve. If you are able to serve only few people, you should have the anxiety how to increase the crowd. Not to preach, to serve. Right? That is the. So now comes. So strict rules. Couples allowed. Don't come without your husband. Don't come without your wife. Bring your children. Your parents. Bring your children. All that implemented, and I told them it works. It has worked, right? And some comments also I had captured. Sometime back, one person wrote, "This is horrible. I don't want to come to your satsang." Then Mahima Mavtari wrote, His name is also Subbarao. Coincidentally, P.V. Subbarao. So he's written, I planned, he's writing, you can't read it, but I can read it, I planned to attend yesterday, but I was afraid after seeing the message containing a lot of compulsions. Penal provisions are also made. I didn't make any penal provision. Maybe he's a lawyer, I think. Certain conditions were prescribed as mandatory to join the group. I am afraid I may not be able to achieve to the stipulations. Therefore, I prefer to stay back and be satisfied with the program every morning 6 a.m. in SVBC channel. I don't know what channel is that. Huh? I don't know that channel. The discourses on Bhagavad Gita are very good. So he's saying, I'm not going to come. I'm very happy with my online. I congratulate you for the good program being organized, good for the community and religion, but I am slightly apprehensive about the practicability of implementation of disciplinary stipulations. God bless all. Indirectly said, go to hell. Right? This was the comment that was said. As soon as I put a condition, you have to bring your wife. He might be thinking, I'm coming to Bhagavad Gita because I don't want a wife. And you're asking me to bring my wife. Too many stipulations. Out of his frustration, I wrote that message. and
he had a good thing there.
Yeah, and Arvind Prabhu replied to this. Arvind Prabhu is here. He replied to this. I share my own experience. He supported me, Prabhuji. And there's one more Mataji, Manisha Mataji. She also supported me, saying these conditions are very good. There is another devotee, Kiran Mataji, Shweta Sharma. So they all wrote, actually, it's logical and practical to have conditions. Better to have conditions. And there was one marriage counselor in ISKCON who's dealing with a lot of issues in devotees' marriages. She's a professional counselor living in Mayapur. She came and told me after the presentation that you're doing the right thing. Don't allow these people without their spouses. If you make them bring their spouses, hook or crook, torture or whatever, ultimately they will become happy if you bring them as families. Right? Better bring them as families. Otherwise, you will be dealing with marriage counseling more than Bhagavad Gita counseling. Right? Yeah, early morning, the husband will call me. Prabhuji, Dandavatra, what happened, Prabhuji? Prabhuji, tea. There was no sugar. What should I do? Wife is angry. She's not cooking properly. All those things will start. So anyway, Sunday morning, so 16, now you see. So we have started in 16 places. Some of them are continuing. I request everybody else to start planning. Right? Aliens group. Where is Mahesh Prabhu ki Jai? Right? So I made this with community size and number of people who were attending at that time. And who are the people. And my home avatar, Subara Prabhu and Nilpa Mataji are currently doing in Telugu. My home Krishi, I'm doing Silver Oaks. Dasraj Prabhu and Manasa Mataji are doing. Lake Priest, Praveen Prabhu and Puja Mataji are doing. Right? So Arvind Prabhu in English, so etc. Bajpalli Colony, Kondapur, Green Grace, Subara Prabhu, physical and virtual class mainly I was showing. And ECL colonies, Santosh Aitya Prabhu, some colonies also have shown, Malali. So Vihanga, etc. Right? And we have, of course, a centralized kitchen. Kartik Prabhu ki Jai. Yes. If khichdi burns, it burns in all places. Nobody can have proper kitchen. Or everybody will have great kitchen. Yeah. So, you know why I was showing this? Brothers and Matajis? I had an intention that proper disciples will see this and they will read every name and bless them. Right? All our names were read, or they will be read, because this presentation will be in ILS website, and it is not just the crowd who is going to see them. Forever, they will see and they will bless these families. Right? So now comes the marketing technique. So this was Hyderabad. This was the place nothing was happening. I blew up that place. This is the place nothing was happening. Now at this place, this family is doing here. Dasraj Prabhu and family. Can everybody say Haribol? Haribol! Mahesh Prabhu and family. Haribol! Mahalik Maher Prabhu and youth preaching. Haribol! Subara Prabhu and Nilpa Mataji, 2 places. Haribol! Where is Udayanand Prabhu and Sucharita Mataji? Haribol! Akinchan Prabhu and Shobha Kumari Mataji. Haribol! Praveen Prabhu and Puja Mataji. Haribol! Arvind Prabhu and Padma Mataji. Haribol! Santosh Aitya Prabhu and whole family. Haribol! Praveen Prabhu and Soma Mataji. Haribol! Lavanya Mataji and Shri Giraj Prabhu. Haribol! Raghunandan Prabhu also. And useless fellow. Lilananda and family. Let's read this together. Everybody, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, there are 16 new Bhakti Riksha programs in Western Hyderabad in 6 areas. Now it will shine. Okay. If you think it's not there, make it happen. I've already told, so it's now your business to make it happen. Right? Fake until you make it. Right? So anyway, point is, we wanted to inspire. Boston Temple President told me, His Grace Mahavishnu Prabhu, his name was Mahavishnu Prabhu. He said, if you can't inspire in ISKCON, get out, he said. What did he say?
Get out.
If what you don't do? If you can't inspire anybody in ISKCON, get out. This is a place to inspire. Whichever way to inspire. This world needs inspiration. Right? This is not a presentation of our glories. This is a service to Prabhupada. Right? And so many were inspired. And I was inspired with so many others. Some devotees presented on devotee care. Unbelievable presentations. Gauranga Prabhu was smashing the halls one by one. Everybody who just heard him was astonished. And next Saturday evening, Gauranga Prabhu is coming here. And he's doing an evening program exclusively for all of us. And all glories to Subbarao Prabhu for his good relationship. Organizing this, and it's happening for us. So please, everybody, come and take advantage. Right? And 2 sannyasi Maharajas have told they will personally come and give us time in the next 3 months. Right? So all this is happening why? Why do you think we went and presented all this? To attract devotees. To get blessings, sadhu sangha. Right? That was the whole point. Where there is service, there is. Yeah. So anyway, the goal was not to present this. There's a lot more I presented, a lot of other things. And as usual, I never finish on time. Never give them time for question answers. Right? So anyway. So going back. Anybody wants to share? Okay, I would want some devotees to. Is there a remote mic to this? Yeah, it's okay. So whoever came to Mayapur, just take 5 minutes and share what your experience was. Yeah. You can start. Yeah, you can start a private talk. Please go ahead. Even the children, they can share. How did they feel about Mayapur? I can remove this.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Yes, Mayapur is a complete different world.
They can't see you. Remember? Inspire.
How many people have been to Mayapur?
Yes, that's the way to do it.
How many people have been to Vrindavan? Haribol. Mayapur is a complete different world. Vrindavan is, yes, it's a birthplace of Krishna and we see all the things. Mayapur is birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and full of devotees. Like it's complete ISKCON headquarters. So very beautiful place. This is the second time I've been there. And I see so many people coming to Mayapur. Last time I went, it was not that crowded. But this time, it's like Tirupati. Like it's like the streets are crowded. Not with ISKCON devotees, but people coming from other places. Like it is either weekend, weekday, doesn't matter. Lot of people are coming to ISKCON. And the temple of Vedic Planetarium. You have seen the video that is sent in the group recently. One of the biggest temples in the whole wide world. Biggest religious place. And ILS happened in the temple.
Haribol!
In the temple halls, right? And all the classes are in the Radharani kitchens. So they have 30-40 kitchens that they cook for the deities. And each of the presentation, each of the kitchen is this big, like almost this hall big. Presentations was there. ILS was great. And we had kirtans every evening after the ILS. and it started with Niranjan Swami Maharaj. Unbelievable. Like you might have seen the video, like, right? Unbelievable. And then we missed Kirtan Mela. I was there only for like, went on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday we came back. But ILS continued and Kirtan Mela started next Saturday or Sunday. But if time permits, go spend like 10 days, 15 days there. It's a completely different place. And Ganga is very nearby. We all took part in Ganga. Ganga Maiki Jai.
Jai.
Very nice, very nice. Kids were little afraid. I pushed them and pulled them inside. All of them. It's very nice. Dasal Prabhu was there. Rabindranath Prabhu was there. Subara Prabhu was there. Sumer, Amrit Praket came. Of course, Prabhuji, Mataji.
I was there. I was not there.
Prashadam, Prabhu. They served 10-15 items every day in the ILS for us.
It's like a 5-star hotel.
The menu is unbelievable menu. And they served breakfast, lunch, dinner, all three days. And of course, Mangalarti. Mangalarti, that place in the morning at 4:30 is completely crowded. There is no place to stand anywhere. It starts simultaneously at both Panchatattva and Radha Madhava Ashtasakhi. Panchatattva there is huge. But in the videos, it's huge deities. And people move from one place to other. So we strategically attended one Mangalarti near Panchatattva, one Mangalarti near Radha Madhav and Narsimhadev. And after that, they take Prabhupada around the temple. You can go around. It's like I can't tell in words, and then no video can make any justice. You have to go there. There's nothing else you can do. You just go. Prabhuji says, right? Leave, resign, do whatever. Just go. That's it.
Yes, Haribol.
Haribol.
Rabindranath Prabhu. Yeah. You can come here, bro, if you don't mind, please.
Is it okay, bro?
So Rabindranath Prabhu was so excited, he fractured his leg also.
When jumping on that.
Oh, you can actually sit here. Yeah, you can sit on this. Yeah.
So Mayapur, I mean, this was my first trip to Mayapur. I heard about it, but thanks to Lilananda Prabhu and Subbarao Prabhu, who told me that there's ILS happening, and I immediately registered for it. So I've been there for like 7 days, so Saturday to Saturday. So it was unbelievable. Like as Praveen Prabhu was the day we reached Calcutta, so we saw immediately Prabhupada's birthplace and Bhakti where Ulta Danga, where Prabhupada's met his Guru Maharaj. So all that was renovated. So we were very fortunate to see that. And also, what other place we saw? ISKCON Calcutta we saw, and Govinda's restaurant. We had very good lunch there. So yeah, and also I spent like during ILS I did not go out because Praveen Prabhu, they had to leave. They saw, but last day was very highlight with Lilananda.
That's surprising, right? I mean,
yeah, Lilananda Prabhu and Anuradha Mataji. So we took the tour of Mayapur in a boat as well as rickshaws. So it is unbelievable. Like, I mean, to see the place of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where he was born on the neem tree, and ILS was like really out of the world. In sense, like all corporate trainings, they are like nothing compared to the way they are organized. So it's very good learning experience. As Lilananda Prabhu was saying, like we should all attend that. So they said it will happen every 2 years, not probably 1 year. Every 2 years. They said.
Every 2 years, is it?
Yeah, they
Okay.
said, that's what they said. So we should look forward to attending maybe in like
So
2000.
so don't resign in 2023, 2025.
Yeah. So, and as Prabhu said, like the menu was international, like and you could see like all foreign devotees. Like I heard, like there are like 2-3 generations staying there in Mayapur, like Russians, Ukrainians, you name it, all people. You don't. It's real United Nations, I would say.
Yes. Yes. Haribol. Haribol.
I was so thrilled, like how one person like Prabhupada could inspire so many people from the world. That was really amazing, and I can think the greatness of Prabhupada. I mean, he's really not an ordinary person to inspire so many souls to come to Mayapur and expand this movement so big, and building a temple biggest temple. Everything Prabhupada did is like very magnanimous. He said like the problem with me. I heard that Prabhupada said problem with me. I cannot think small. So everything is like big. The temple is big, and we can imagine like when it's completely built, it will be built in like December 2024. That's what it's written there. So maybe in 2 years or 18 months from now. So you can imagine like the whole world will come there. It's such a big place. Thank you, Prabhu.
Jai, Haribol, Hare Krishna. And the whole ILS was organized with 1,000 devotees came from all over the world. 1,000 ILS registrations, right? And maybe I think 950 to close to 1,000 people actually came. In the morning we used to have one, what do you call that session? Plenary session. Where the main leaders will set the agenda for the day, and they will also discuss some extraordinary things that everybody should listen for 1 hour. And then the ILS starts. And the entire ILS, close to 10 presentations happening at the same time. 10 rooms with 10 lectures happening at the same time. Right? And who is presenting there? His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj.
And sometimes it's
Right?
difficult to go. Choose
How do you go where you have to go? You don't know. And sometimes people are packed in some rooms because everybody wanted to attend that. Right? And in spite of such a big ILS with 1,000 devotees, we barely occupied 1/3 of one floor of TOP.
Yes.
Barely occupied 1/3 of one floor of Temple of Vedic Planetarium. You can imagine the size of Temple of Vedic Planetarium when it will be completely
They
done.
say 10,000 people can attend Mangalarti at a time.
10,000 souls can attend Mangalarti. It's unbelievable. At the same time, lifting their hands.
Are there sessions recorded to be in the session?
Yes, all the ILS are recorded.
They're available.
Yes. Now they're going to publish it. And all the ILS, very inspiring sessions. Ek se badh ke ek. I mean, we all should go. We should go. If you have money in your bank and you're not using, either withdraw and burn it or buy a ticket. Do something with it. Okay? Don't let it.
They have a grand plan for Mayapur, 674 acres.
674 acres grand plan.
They acquired a foundation.
So there was a talk, special talk by one devotee, Prabhupada disciple, who was telling the plans for Mayapur. If you see that is no lesser than any big city, right? Filled with so many auditoriums and plans and all that. I'm really telling you, Prabhupada Mataji, you have to go to this place, right? And we should go there almost every year. The kind of inspiration. So next, who is the spokesman? Subara Prabhu. Yes. If somebody passes, please come here. Yeah. And from Mataji's side, Manasa Mataji. Who else is there here? Sudhakar Prabhu, you should hear. Yes. Yes, Prabhuji, please can you come this side? Yes, please. Dasaraj Prabhu, yes, okay. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. This is my second trip to Mayapur. With Mayapur, going is easy, coming back is the tough part, basically. For me, at least that was how it was all the time. So the two things I like the most is the place where Prabhupada met Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house. These are the two nice places where really, those places I didn't want to leave. Just want to take a house nearby and stay kind of situation. And just there are a lot of sessions sorry? Big Sai house was such a Prabhu.
I was thinking, so many persons, and then each person I was thinking of such a
So, I attended about 6-7 sessions. I actually attended the session, the future plan of Mayapur. So it's all about 670 acres, out of which 550 acres are in one place and 100 acres are distributed. So distributed are the Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house and all those places like that. So in 550 acres, they're going to have 40,000 people stadium, and then there are going to be theme parks, Gauranga theme park, Prabhupada theme park, like that.
All in the yesterday, Prabhu government has leased in
No. So this area is under the position of ISKCON. So what did Mamata Banerjee give is she just waived off the taxes, land tax on these places, basically.
So their land, so they can.
This all their land. And half of it is acquired, half of it is still not 100% acquired, but that's they're going to get acquired basically. There is also a runway strip actually from World War II that is there in Mayapur. At some point it will become an airport, but it's a long way basically. And they're going to improve the road between Mayapur and Calcutta. So it's almost now 3 hours. There are 2 roads. One road is less than 3 hours you can travel. So that's part of the plan that's getting improved basically. And it has accommodation for 4,000 people any night to stay basically. And right now the accommodation is 4,000 for 4,000 people. It has like 1,200 rooms basically. So as of now, so many people can stay. And as everybody said, the hall is like 10,000 people capacity prayer hall, basically the very big. So the dates to remember, this October is when Narasimha Swami, the temple for the dome for Narasimha Swami. There are 3 domes, right? One dome is Narasimha Swami dome, and then there's a center dome where you have Panchatattva and all the other deities coming. And the 3rd dome is going to be Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. He's building a museum basically. So whenever you donate, you have choice of donating to which dome you want to donate actually basically. If you're initiating Maharaj, automatically half of your donation goes to that dome, that particular thing basically. So the dates to remember, this September, October timeframe is when the first dome is going to be coming into operational, and next November to March, 24 November to 25th March, the 5-6 months they're going the celebrations of the rest of the temple openings.
Haribol.
One small thing.
Yeah.
So yes, I attended only 3 days. But, as Prabhuji said, we have Gauranga Darshan Prabhu coming this Saturday. And on the way back, she promised for us an online session. Online session, we have it soon. The third thing I said is like, our kids have come to your summer camp and they're missing it. Can I bring them back for a couple of days to stay with you in the temple? And during this summer, she said yes, and we have to plan for it.
Subhaprabhu is very good at PR. And DR also. Devotee relationship.
She happened to be on the same. I told my son, there's a car rushing. I said, Nitesevani Mataji is going to come in that car to the airport. She's on our flight. I told my son actually. And that happened like that.
Chief PR of
Gachibowli extension.
Just make it work. Hare Krishna.
It's all we have to know, make it happen.
That's true. The first trip of Dasras Prabhu to Mayapur.
Hare Krishna. First of all, thank you very much for Subbarao Prabhuji. He put me in the corner. Are you coming or no? He put the gun in my forehead and said, are you coming or no? I said, yes, I'm coming. So it's all decided in the matter of 1 hour. 10 o'clock, Lilananda Prabhuji, Subbarao Prabhuji, Praveen Prabhuji and myself, we are sitting and talking. 11 o'clock, tickets booked. In the night. So, and look, the kind of follow-ups all 3 of them have done. Subbarao Prabhuji messaged me next day morning. Dasras Prabhu, did you book the tickets? What happened? Accommodation done. Praveen Prabhuji is calling me. What happened? Is everything okay? Do you need any help? Did you do the registration? Lilananda Prabhuji called me. Are you all set? Luggage packed? Then he went to that level. Luggage packed. I don't know, maybe they are worrying whether this person will give up hand in the last minute, whatever. So all 3 of them, literally behind me. Are you coming? Yes. I think Mansa also received call from Anuradha Mataji. Mataji, do you need any help? Have you booked all those things? Yes, everything is done. So it's my first trip to Mayapur. I can't express that experience, but I look at 2 ways. Number 1 is how Mayapur is. Number 2, ILS. There are 2 different experiences. It's just not ILS or just not Mayapur for me. I'm very fortunate. It's both Mayapur and ILS. At Mayapur, how I kind of felt is Vrindavan also we have been recently. Again, that's our first trip to Vrindavan as well. And Mayapur is also first trip. So Vrindavan is like a colony. Normal colony, you have this, government approved colonies, something like that, which everybody can come in, everybody can go out. There's no restriction. Mayapur is like a gated community.
Yeah.
Right? It's a devotee created community. Amazing. Everything is organized. Very, very well organized. You will see huge crowds, especially near this Gita Bhavan for Prasadam. Huge crowds where, some 1,000 people, 1,500 people standing. 5 minutes, you will not see anybody there. Everybody nicely goes inside, finishes the breakfast, lunch, dinner, prasadam, whatever it is, leaves. Everything is very, very well organized. You don't need to stand in lines anywhere. Look at the crowds. This is my first time. I was talking to Praveen Prabhu also. Weekdays, every place is crowded there.
Yeah.
Every place we are worrying, Prabhuji, what is this? I never thought Mayapur is that famous. I only know probably it's a small town somewhere in the corner of Bengal. Except ISKCON devotees, nobody will come there. That's my understanding of Mayapur. But completely broke when I went there. Everybody are coming. Sunday evening is, my God, that we could not even walk properly. So much of crowd. And kind of spiritual activities in Mayapur, you feel like, somewhere you're on the hill of Tirumala. Something or other is happening. People are chanting, holy names being chanting, and Sankirtana is happening, Gajarohanams are happening. And something or other are happening in, that is the kind of environment in Mayapur. And food, Haribol, food is prasadam. You go, of course, all of us have restrictions that we can't eat certain things outside and all those things. Mayapur, no problem. So we went to that, Karuna kitchen in Mayapur. All of us are nicely sitting on the floor with the table. 2 hours we spend time and we eat burgers, pizzas, sandwiches. Prabhuji is ordering, 4 sandwich leke aao Prabhuji. Prabhuji, kaun khayega? Sab kuch ho jayega, don't worry. Lilananda Prabhu is on fire there. 4 burgers, come. 4 rasgullas, come. Everything 4. Subara Prabhuji, have you ordered for me? Yeah. 4 is coming, 1 for you. Tiramisu cakes coming, what not? We'll not get all those things in Hyderabad. Or we may get, but not for us.
Yeah.
Right? So that's Mayapur. And of course, Mangalarti is there. No doubt about Mangalarti. But my favorite was Darshanarti. At 7:15, the curtain opens and that Govindam Mahipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. That scene is amazing. I was like, every day I was there. One day, on the first day, I think we missed Mangalarti because it's too late for us by the time we went there. But we did not miss that Darshan Harati. So the next batch, Arvind Prabhuji family and Raja Ramesh Prabhuji family, do not miss that Darshan Harati. Amazing sight. The curtains open, Radha Madhav, Ashtasakis, and the music starts.
New dress.
New dress. Because morning is night dress. Mangalarti is a night dress. So after the dress change, 7:15, 7:30 is the Darshan Harati. And that sight is beautiful. Amazing sight. And that music, all those things. People are dancing in ecstasy, chanting, jumping. And Panchatattva, my God. Look at, that deities of Panchatattva, amazing. All 5, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is standing like this in the center. Right? And all 4 of them are standing. I was like, what is this? At first I went, I did not understand. Then Prabhuji explained, Prabhuji, Panchatattva, look at this. And I was looking at the distance. And that way Mayapur is, fully well maintained, nicely reserved, very, very professional. Wherever you go, it is peace of mind. Right? That's the slight difference between Vrindavan and Mayapur. I felt it like that. I don't know, you might have a different view. So it is very, very nice to go and spend time. You'll not feel like too much of crowd. What is this? And Vrindavan, a lot of us felt that because it is a Kartik Yatra, people from and unfortunately people are coming for honeymoons also to Vrindavan. A lot of people are coming when we visited, but Mayapur is not like that. It's a different world altogether. And coming to ILS, it's over the world experience, right? You see maybe a celebrity and the celebrity is in front of you. How do you feel?
Vaisheshik Prabhu.
Right?
Hare Krishna.
Loknath Prabhu Maharaj, Vaisheshik Prabhu, such kind of, Gaurang Prabhu, Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, Jai Patak Swami Maharaj. We are so merciful. One of the days, that was Ritvik's birthday, we were standing nobody was there. Both of us went inside. He's buying something in the souvenir shop, the Chaitanya exhibition just next to the main temple. He was buying something and Jai Patak Swami Maharaj, his servant, just got inside. In the chair, he got inside. There is no one around us. Jai Patak Swami Maharaj right in front of us. Right? He went and did Sashtang, Dandavat Pranam to Jai Patak Maharaj, and with his stick he hit him on that mercy stick. He hit him on his head on his birthday. Look at Jai Patak Swami Maharaj right in front of us. It is like a dream. Loknath Swami Maharaj, first day when we went around 8 o'clock. We ran into the temple there because there's some Sankirtana happening. So I was wondering who is doing Sankirtana. Loknath Swami Maharaj, right there. He's doing Sankirtana. This is ILS, right? Who all these celebrities and celebrity speakers and great sannyasis who we always used to admire and see in YouTube channels and all those things are right in front of us. That's an opportunity of ILS, right? And it's not easy to get them, right? Not easy to hear their discourses. Such great devotees, senior Maharajas, so many of them are right in front of us in ILS. That is really, really amazing. So we felt, we are blessed. In our first trip to Mayapur, we saw all these things. Raghunandan Prabhuji is full of, in the ILS only. Prabhuji, let's go somewhere, let's go to Yogpeeth, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, but no, I'm in ILS. Very sincere. With the book, writing the notes, always. We are like in one session we attend, 2 sessions we bunk. Because we need to go out to visit Yogpeeth or Bhaktivedanta Thakur house and all those things. So that way, it's amazing. Thank you, Subbarao Prabhuji, for putting me into the corner and Ostava. Ostan Prabhuji, Lilananda Prabhuji, Praveen Prabhuji, Anuradha Mataji, Suma Mataji, they took care of so well.
Oh, she's in Bangalore.
So well, they're like pampering because we are the first time and we are like kids to them, juniors. Right, Prabhuji, is everything okay? Are you fine? Everything is okay? Yes, Prabhuji, don't worry. Everything is okay. Prabhuji was so concerned. Prabhuji, unfortunately, I didn't have time. Otherwise, I would have taken you outside and showed you all Navadvipas. Unfortunately, we didn't have time. But, Lilananda Prabhuji promised next time we'll take some good time and go so that, we can go around and see a lot of places. So, there's something called Gauranga Pizza in Mayapur. So, whenever you go next time, don't miss it. It's a pizza made with paneer. No cheese and no yeast. Only with paneer, amazing pizza. Prabhuji told me, whatever you do, don't go out of Mayapur without having Gauranga pizza. And Anuradha Mataji is behind Mansa and myself. Did you have Gauranga pizza? Did kids have Gauranga pizza? Right? We made sure we had Gauranga pizza before coming out of Mayapur. Amazing. It'll be available with a specific timer. Hot cake sold out. It'll get sold out fast. So you'll have to go in the morning, fresh, have it. If sometimes in the evening you might get, you might not get. So it's a planning need to be done. Okay. Thank you. I don't think I should take any time for this. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji Mata. Thank you.
Anybody else here? Manasa Mataji, you want to share anything? Any episode? Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable experience, no doubt about it. Huh? Yeah, we all should go. We all should go, no doubt. We should go.
Sumit, you want to talk?
Yeah, children want to speak, they're not speaking.
Actually,
Yes, Sumit?
Sumit has a lot of experience.
Yeah, amazing Ganga Snan he had. Asked about it.
A lot of experience.
Yeah. So, Mayapur was unbelievable, no doubt about it. Because it's a place made by Prabhupada for all of us. He planned it. Do you know that Prabhupada planned another 500 years of Mayapur? During his time, he told what all needs to come in Mayapur. He was such a visionary that they are just implementing what Prabhupada gave. And Prabhupada gave like, first do this, next this, next this, next this, next this, next this. He literally planned everything that Mayapur should have. Right? So an Acharya has he's done everything, how to inspire the whole world. It was really amazing. Right? And the Darshan Arti, as Prabhuji said, I have not seen any place on the planet where somebody goes every day and cries. You can't cry every day. Just look at Radha Madhav and Ashtasakis and just jaw stuck. And I can tell you one thing. You will never be less satisfied, or if you have some thought process that today it may not be inspiring, the deities will shock you every single morning. When the curtain opens, everybody is just shocked. Right? The kind of Alankarana, the beautiful, my God, Srimati Radharani is like unbelievable on that altar. Right? And all the Ashtasakis. And then you have, and the whole thing happens in a pattern. Right? When the Darshanarti happens, it happens in a pattern. First, Lord Narsinghdev. Then Panchatattva, then Radha Madhav, then Prabhupada, Guru Arati. And as soon as Guru Arati is happening, the line goes outside the temple like 1 kilometer. They're already standing there. They already know that their opportunity has to come. If you are late, you will stand 2 kilometers. Right? I mean, everything is organized. And Prasadam, my God, everywhere Prasadam. By mistake, you fall and you hurt your head, you're dying with head injury, the fellow will come and put little Prasadam in your mouth, you'll die. Finish. Everywhere there is Prasadam. You will for sure get delivered in Mayapur, even if you don't want to. You will get delivered in Mayapur. Everywhere there is Prasadam. Right? And you can see, look at me and tell how good fan I am of Prasadam. you didn't do justice to the pizza thing, bro. I mean, you should see the way they cut it. Right? With 2 sides rising upwards and the third side flowing down. Right? With hot like really fragile, not cheese, paneer, right? With 3 layers of colorful masalas below it, right? And 1/3 of it is slightly burnt. For that, you know what I'm saying, right?
Some of us are going to the airport.
That's the point. I wanted to go to the airport. I wanted to go. Ena kena prakarena prasad khake mar jao. Lekin prasad karke maro. Right? Sit and do chanting. Everybody is chanting.
Yeah.
In Mayapur, everybody is chanting. Even the security guard standing is chanting. What is it? Alarm. Somebody renounce this one. Yes. Right? So it is really unbelievable. And really plan your next year, 2024. Go to Mayapur. Let's all go to Mayapur during Kirtan Mela. Everybody. Huh? Every year Kirtan Mela happens. February.
Before Gaur Purnima.
Just before Gaur Purnima. Before the Gaur Mandal Parikrama, it happens. The dates for Kirtan Mela, everything come like well in advance. I think Kirtan Mela starts on a particular day. What is the day? No, that Prabhuji told me. So, and there is Shravanotsav. There is some festival of inspiration. Shravanotsav happens at the same time, where there are multiple lectures going on in pandals. Not only ILS, you'll also have Shravanotsav, and you'll also have Bhagavatam lectures in the temple. During this time, the greatest of the greatest sannyasis, they come sit there and share their realizations. They discuss the most crucial issues in ISKCON. Openly they discuss. That's one of the amazing things that I've seen in ISKCON, that we are not hesitant to discuss the issues. ISKCON is not an organization without issues. ISKCON has more issues than any other organization. But we are willing to discuss it, and everybody wants to establish the highest standard in ISKCON. Highest standard in all sectors. Right? So there are so many discussions, ek se badh ke ek. And there are so many other festivals, you don't know where to go. Yeah. While we are attending, one day I thought I'll go and attend Darshan Arati. I looked at the right side that they are celebrating the homecoming of book distributors. Mm-hmm. They all went for book distribution, they all are coming back to Mayapur. So there is a festival for that. Jayapatak Maharaj is gone, Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj is gone, then there are like 5-6 proper disabled. There is separate celebration going on there. We should I go to the temple or should I go here or you perplexed. And there are Sankirtans happening on the road. Right? And there are Russian devotees speaking in Bengali, trying to educate Bengalis to buy Chaitanya Mahaprabhu book. And Bengalis are saying, no, nahi chahiye. Karma. Right? I mean, and we went to Shiva Sangan.
Yes, sir.
We went to Shiva Sangan, some youth preaching group came. My God, the way they were doing Kirtan, ecstatic. I think they came from Delhi somewhere. No, Haryana. Somewhere in Haryana they came. Around I think 300 boys. The way they were dancing and doing Kirtan, I mean, it was really like feeling like Shiva Sangan, right? Place. And then we went to Radha Kund, Sham Kund. We went to Govardhan, little Govardhan there, right? And Chaitanya Mat, Gaur Keshav Das Babaji Samadhi. We went to Harihara Kshetra. some of the places that you all missed, right? Went to that
Bhaktivinoda
Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house, of course. Then we went to Narsimhapalli temple, Lord Narsinghadev.
Jagannath Swami.
Yeah, he came to Mayapur. And Jagannath Swami temple, yes, we went there. So many places, Rajpur Jagannath temple. And that's only 2 islands.
Last time we went.
Yeah, but let me tell you, whoever goes to Mayapur, you have to carry a lot of cash because you can't afford the boat ticket.
Very costly.
It's very expensive. Better save from today only. And you have to maintain the exact change. Maximum charge is 3 rupees. If you are caught without ticket, you are jailed in Mayapur. Right? And they're very strict about it. Ticket verification happens. Like, it's so funny. Like literally paying 3 rupees ticket. What do you get for 3 rupees today? And they take bikes and scooters onto the boat and then goes from this island to that island and boats.
Ferry cruise.
Goats. Yeah, everything can go. Everything can go. So Mayapur experience is unbelievable. Yeah. So we are very fortunate that these dhams, as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu says, in order to develop our devotion, there are 6 things that one has to do. And one of those 6 things is to visit dhams. It should be a yearly activity. Save money so you can spend money for Krishna consciousness by visiting dhams. Every year you should visit. And sometimes going as yatra is good, but sometimes, you know what? Just book and go. And let that be your family alone yatra. Right? This time my kids were not there, just me and my wife were there at the end. I think we had a different way of experience. Right? Different focus, different thoughts. We went to Calcutta temple. Calcutta temple, I went for Mangalarti. Which is literally beside the Calcutta temple. I got up and said, why do we need to sleep in a place where Prabhupada installed the deity? Just get up and go. An unbelievable Mangalarti. Then after that, Krishnanand Prabhu came and gave a class. I slept half through the class. He even quoted like, this fellow is sleeping. You can hear the recording. Right? It was so nice. Senior devotees. See, Prabhus, sitting here, I can't inspire myself. What will I inspire others? And how much can we inspire each other? But when you go to dhams, you actually get Krishna's mercy in the form of inspiration to make progress in Krishna consciousness. If you can't chant 16, you will start chanting 32 rounds there. Because that is a mercy that flows. Right? You become part of this larger family. Right? Larger ISKCON family. And everybody is so friendly and so much coming forward to give. Right? To serve each other. I met some Prabhupada disciples. I had met them in US. Then I met them here. It was so nice. I mean, they are big celebrities, Prabhu. These people are not ordinary people. But they're giving time to any devotee. See, in organizations, to access the topmost person is very difficult. But in ISKCON, nobody is top. Everybody is down. The more the advance, the more the person is humble and available. Right? So I'm very, very seen. This time Amrish Prabhu is not seen. But you can directly go and speak to Amrish Prabhu, the grandson of Henry Ford, owner of Ford Motors. You can just go and talk to him. And he'll be so humble to explain also.
Vaisheshik Prabhu, we met him on the...
Yeah, I just Vaisheshik Prabhu. Vaisheshik Prabhu is the chief inspiration book distributor for entire ISKCON. What a post. I mean, ISKCON's book distribution, he sets the goal for entire ISKCON. How many Bhagavatams next year? How many Bhagavad Gita? I just went and bumped him. I said, Maharaj, can you speak to him, Prabhu? Yeah. And with a little service that we are doing, he's taking our video.
No, actually, the video of Lilananda Prabhu and Subara Prabhu, because they are doing a different kind of book distribution.
And he wants to go and inspire somebody else.
He's interviewing.
Huh?
He's interviewing you and Subara.
Yeah, he's interviewing.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. Why am I telling this? Is because that is the world of ISKCON. If you're trying to see faults in devotees, don't go to ISKCON. Don't go to Mayapur. You want to see how devotees are serving each other, how you want to become better devotee, please go to these places. And you will inspiration everywhere. Everywhere you are inspired. We are all, in materialistic life, we are so attached to what we are. Can somebody get little water for me? Little water now. Sorry. Water. Yeah. You already have no need. Subra, Praveen Prabhu has an emergency bottle. Yeah. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Before we end,
Yeah.
now we had to set the altar to
Oh yeah.
he
Oh,
did the personally.
Hare
He
Krishna.
suggested to the Gauranga, he put everything.
Yeah, we're doing Gaurati today. Jai. Hare
Very
Krishna.
good.
Shall Shambhari bro?
You just left.
Yes,
Had
sir.
a call, Prabhu.
Okay. Yes, we'll do Gaurati today. Right? We'll stop at some point. We'll do Gaurati together. So, Prabhuji and Matajis, we are so much attached to the way of life that we are living. We have to change our life. We have to change the way we are living. We have to take our spirituality to the next level. Yes, we are chanting. Yes, we are following the four regulative principles. Like recently, Kadambakaran Maharaj was saying, he was saying these words like, you have to go to the next level. Because we have to get attracted to the deities. How much attracted are we to the deities? Only when they are well dressed, you are attracted. Right? Our understanding and attachment to the deities is limited to our material tendencies. We have to scale above that. Then, which is the deity that we are most attracted? Early morning, in the toilet, when you on the switch and look into the mirror, you see Swayam Vigraha. Aha. Right? First deity you see in the morning. Right? First deity. Aha, ye unnora. Khatarnak. Again. Huh? And then what you do? You do Abhishekam to the deity. Right? Acha. Full Abhishekam. Right? Then what do you do? Deity dressing. Right? Best dress I want to wear. And then what you want? You want Sankirtan of your deity outside. So when you go outside, people have to look at you and chant, "Ha Prabhu, ha Mataji, how nicely you're looking." Then first thing in the morning, you have to eat 5 kinds of things. Right? Something to munch, something to suck. Huh? Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavad Prasado for me. My deity. Right? Something to suck, something to drink, something to munch. Right? What else? What are the deity worship we do? What are the deity worship we do? We need Abhishekam, Dising, Sankirtan. No, glories of the deity has to spread. You have to go and tell 10 people what you are doing. And they have to praise you in Krishna. Arey Prabhuji, aapse badke koi nahi. That's called Bhagavatam class on deity. Right? The only problem is we are worshipping the wrong deity. This is not the deity we are supposed to worship. We are supposed to worship Lord Krishna. Right? And that deity we should get attached, like just now what I spoke, first thing in the morning. And deity includes service. Deity includes service. And everybody of us can worship in your respective motivated ways. Right? Deity worship is one of the aspects of devotion. But the deity worship is not only for that half an hour when you're standing in front of the altar. You're thinking about how else you can serve. And individual commitments to your respective deities in your homes. Right? Individual commitments. What do I want to do? Krishna, this year I want to do more. I want to come out of my comfort zone, do more for you. Right? As a group, individually, as a group. All the ways. Right? We have to plan. And this is Krishna consciousness. And don't see faults in each other. That he's doing better deity worship. Or I am only doing deity worship. I am only doing book distribution. He is not doing book distribution. He is giving lectures. No, everybody can do what they are good at in their respective ways. And that was ILS. ILS festival was all about what everybody is good at, how they are doing it for proper movement. Right? And how do you serve Krishna? That was the whole point. How do you serve Krishna? And with every passing year, we have to make spiritual advancement. And one of the amazing things when I presented about our Gachibowli Satsang, right? Which when people are talking to me when we went outside, they said, Prabhu, I think the most thing that we really like is your Sunday evening reunion. They said that. Because a lot of places, preaching is happening, but they don't meet each other. They don't meet each other. It becomes broken apart. Everything goes apart. And then it suffers. Right? We should continue this saga. And they said we are going to try to repeat this. One devotee, I think from some other country, was telling, Prabhu, we also preach, but barely we meet once in a quarter. We are not finding that happiness anymore. But when I looked at your presentation, you meet every week. Everybody. Do your service in the morning, meet in the evening. Something that they carried it forward. Something that many Maharajas also liked. That this is the spirit. This is the spirit. I told Saturday for yourself, for any special programs, or for the family. Sunday for service. And they liked it. And that's, who designed this? Radhesham Prabhu designed this. When I told him that, Prabhu, now we'll have DCS preachers, they're going to start preaching. Then we sat down and Prabhuji told, okay, let them preach, Prabhu. But one thing I'm still not doing, which I should do, what he has told, I'll discuss later. But other thing that is, he told mandatory. Everybody in the group who is doing the services has to come together Sunday evening. Has to. Because that will be their spiritual strength and spiritual savior. Savior. From what? False pride. Unknowingly we'll become proud of what we are doing and we will suffer. Eventually we'll lose association. When you become proud, can you be with devotees? You can't be with devotees when you become proud. You have to be with everybody. Right? And Sunday evenings, see, when we are all together, so many miraculous things are happening. I'll tell you one more thing, one more announcement. I asked, I was thinking about our children, who are getting into the teens. And I just discussed with Radhesham Prabhu that, Prabhu, I think our children need some different kind of association now. Because of familiarity, we can't explain them beyond a point. Right? They need to hear from their people whom they look forward from. Right? And especially for boys and girls separately. From March 18th, Hare Krishna.
Okay. March 15th. Okay.
Yeah.
15th. Wednesday.
Yeah. From March 15th. Now here is the amazing part. Prabhuji himself, now just imagine the schedule of Radhesham Prabhu. I don't know how many of you have seen the schedule. He's everywhere. You can't imagine taking one time from him. And look at the devotee care that he's thinking about. He sends my mail to 4 main brahmacharis, and I told that, I want some good preaching to happen in a regular way, some separate yatras for our children. It doesn't have to be with us. Let them have their own satsang. Let them have their own rhythm in which they go forward. Radhesham Prabhu told, I will personally spend in person 2 hours with all your children every month. 2 hours. Can you ask for anything more than this, Prabhuji? 2 hours Radhesham Prabhu is going to spend with our children. Sumedh, Praket, Samrat, Hriday, Parth, right? Devesh, Mahesh, Daksh, all of you. Every Wednesday evening, one brahmachari is going to come from the temple to where we want in Gachibowli and spend time with our children from 6 to 8 o'clock. Every Wednesday. You think those brahmacharis are just available? No. They are doing preaching in huge universities, big colleges. There are different levels of brahmacharis, right? Now I'm talking brahmacharis who are at the next level, who are organizing for universities. They have many preachers under them. They are going to give time for our children. 3 brahmacharis for 3 weeks. Every 4th week, Radhesham Prabhu, 2 hours. Prabhuji, Now you tell me, is this devotee care?
Yes, 100%.
Huh?
100% devotee.
100% devotee care. Right? I didn't ask for it. I said, can we do something? And the solution comes back. So the first class for them is happening on March 15th, Wednesday. And it is happening in the temple in Radha Madan Mohan. Prabhuji said, bring your children to Radha Madan Mohan. And the topic is unbelievable. It's about Vedic science.
All children, right? Boys, girls.
No, no girls. Only boys.
No girls, boys.
No girls. So we are planning for girls also. We are planning for, I know there are girls for the parents also. Yeah, but this is, but now they have grown to a point where they need a different kind of preaching for girls, preaching for boys. It is going to separate a little now. Because they'll have their yatras, maybe, our yatras are not happening. Our children are going on Mayapur yatra. They have their own gang. They'll have their own rhythm. Do you want to go on your exclusive yatras? Yeah, booking your tickets? Yeah? No parents? Vitai Gaur? Yeah, that will also happen. And all this is happening with the mercy of devotees. Right? So they're starting this March. And 2 months, once in 2 months, stay in VSK. 11th of March.
Yes.
Right? Block your calendars, block your time. How many ever will come, will experience a different experience in VSK. Right? This time all the inverters will work. I've already taken care. Because all the fans have to work. Summer is starting. So please block your calendars. Please everybody come. There is provision for 80 people to sleep. 80 people. Right? Not only sleep, even chant. Right? So please come Friday evening. Come Friday evening. We will not cook any prasadam there. Everything will come from here. Karthik Prabhu will take care of it. Simple, we'll keep prasadam simple. More chanting. I'll tell you the day some of us went to VSK last time. Everybody finished their chanting at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, Sola Mala Khatam. And then we did a nice Mangalarti at 7 o'clock. We had a Bhagavatam class.
And more discussion.
And more discussion classes and planning for the rest of the year. All that happened, right? And I want you all to experience it. Come out of your comfort zones. And by the way, one other initiative we are starting. I am starting on a personal front. Because I don't know how long my job will be there. Organic agriculture. Starting in a big way. Yesterday, I had no time. My father is in ICU. I don't know what's going on with him. Different things. I said, no, I'm going to go to ISKCON Sadasivapet. I'm going to sit there and learn about organic agriculture. And when I learned that from a devotee who is doing organic agriculture for the last 20 years, what experience it was. When he was explaining. The Prabhujis and Matajis, if you don't understand agriculture, you can't accept cow as a mother. You cannot accept cow as a mother. Though artificially we tell Go Mata, Go Mata, Go Mata. You cannot accept cow as a mother if you cannot understand organic agriculture. Because agriculture cannot happen without a cow. It cannot. And it was such a simple way of doing things. It was not like very complicated. All of us can do organic agriculture. In our respective houses, if you have 10 by 10 square land, you can feed your whole family. Right? I mean, that was the videos are there, they're posted. I recorded them so that all of us can spend some time. Please spend some time. Just hear it out. Live he is telling. And organic agriculture can fix all our health issues. And make sure that we will not have any more health issues. He showed that Gau Kripamritam, he showed how that is made. Such a simple way to make it. Anybody can make it. 1 liter of milk, 2 kgs of jaggery, and done. Mix it, and there is Gau Kripamritam already given 1 liter. With that 1 liter, you can make 200 liters. And he said, take this and sprinkle on the land. Just keep as much as you can. And when you do that, the whole land is happy. Because the Gau Kripamritam has cow urine, cow dung, cow ghee, cow butter, cow curd, everything mixed in it. And he said, Prabhu, earthworms were dancing in the land. Now you tell me how the agriculture will be. He said the plant grows, I just spent few minutes. The plant grows healthy when there is scope for it to grow. Meaning its root should go inside as if it is going into cotton. It should stand and grow up at a rapid pace, not very fertilizer, just a freeness to grow. And when you put that Go Kripamritam, all the land is filled with earthworms. And he showed me so many honeybees are coming. The land is filled with honeybees. He said, Prabhu, you can't believe how many honeybees come here. Because they are so much enjoying the nectar of Kripamritam on the leaves, on the flowers. They are licking it. And they are, enjoying it. And they are going and forming honeycombs. Right? Everywhere. And it's all being done. And he showed the multi-layer farming. That was unbelievable. 10 guntas of land, 1,000 square yards. You can feed 100 families. Can you believe it? 10 guntas. And they have shown it. Not that they are telling in theory. Because see, first I thought, should I call that Prabhuji here and give a presentation to all of us? He said, no. We are all already conditioned in our IT. The PowerPoint presentation will not change our hearts. We should go there and see. Actually sit on that land. Right? Actually sit there and see what's happening. He showed it. And one tomato, I took 3 farmers with me. One farmer got so tempted, he said, I'm going to get my cows. I'm going to start this. Enough is enough. And he plucked one tomato. And I said, did you ask anybody before plucking the tomato? He plucked another one and gave me. So now it's okay. And the tomato was like apple. The thick layer, organic tomato. It's a different tomato. You cannot imagine the tomato. What we are buying in those supermarkets is not organic, even though they put the board organic. It's not. Some of it might be genuine, but 99% it's not. And how do you manage insects? He told philosophy, Prabhu, like natural way he was explaining philosophy. Like with nature. He was saying, if your body is not strong, you'll get diseases. If your land is not strong, you'll get pests. If your land is strong, how can any insect come on that land? Insects are coming because the land is not strong. And he said there is no reason for plowing. No reason to plow. Just shape your land once and keep doing agriculture on that. Everything that you put there is manure. When the plant tomatoes, you remove the tomatoes, take the plant out, bury the plant. Right there, bury the plant. And that becomes a compost for the next plant. Nothing goes out. Everything is inside. Everything is going back inside. Right? And I asked her, oh, is there a formula for pests and all? I said, because you're asking, there is a dust spray. So dust, what do you mean dust spray? Some spray he told. I think sand spray or something. Now how do you make it? I was shocked to hear. 3 ingredients. Go to an anthill. See the technology. Anthill dust you want. Can you find anthill dust in Gachibowli? That is the horrible part, right? But when you go to a village, you will see anthills everywhere. Go to an anthill, remove the dust from there, take that fistful of dust, like this much. This much dust is enough for 1 acre. This much. Take that dust, put it in a bucket, and there is one amudam nune.
Castor oil.
Castor oil. Keep this much castor oil, into that, and then put 1 kg of cow urine into that. Soak it, right? And then once everything dissolves, all the dust, everything gets nicely absorbed and everything happens. Then take some, 1 little bit of it, mix it with 5 liters of water, and sprinkle it. That's all, isn't it? Can we all do that?
Yes.
We can do that in our balcony, right? And how the insects are killed, bro? How the insects are killed? They are attracted to take it because every insect is attracted to cow urine. Because the dust, the small granular particles of dust, which goes into, that water that is sprinkled on the leaves, the worms will go and eat the dust because they're attracted to it because it has cow urine on it. They will eat that because they were eating the leaves, now they'll eat the dust. And when they eat the dust will not digest. In 2 days, their stomachs will be filled, they will die. That's all. Or they will leave that place. That this place is not for us. And then all your worms are gone. Right? He said, okay, Prabhu, if there are a different kind of insect, okay. Take 2 liters of cow urine, take neem leaves 3 kgs, put the neem leaves into the cow urine, boil it 3 times until it boils completely, 3 times, 1 time, 2 times, and then keep it aside. 2 days, let it ferment. Take that thing, pull the essence of water, mix it with 10 liters of water with 1 liter of that, and sprinkle it. That's called Neemastra. Neemastra. And they said, Prabhu, if still insects are there, Agniastra. Right? No, Neemastra is not boiling, by the way. Sorry, I was wrong. Neemastra is just mix it and leave the urine. Agniastra is when you boil. Right? Simple things. It's like literally you can make it. And he said that Prabhuji was teaching us. He was teaching he is doing organic agriculture for the last 20 years. 20 years. I met him today afternoon also. His name is Giriraj Prabhu. Very humble soul. He has 2 daughters, Damodar Priya and another girl. He drops them in Sadasivpet school. And he is doing the agriculture. We all can do it. And I told him that we have to make it commercial. Because you have to make it work. Farmers have to be encouraged to do it. Right? It has to be commercial. People will buy it. Because anyway, people are going and buying poison outside, isn't it? So why don't you buy something good instead of that? You need a supply chain for that. You need it to come to your house. We are too lazy to go out and take anything. It has to come like Amazon package to your house. Right? And then people will take it. And then people will have it. And then they don't need to go to any hospitals. Simple organic vegetation. And by the way, we have to do that vegetation.
Actually, Sudhakar Prabhu, he does it.
Yeah, Prabhuji, Sudhakar Prabhu, Dasraj Prabhu's father, I think, is already doing it.
Yes,
He does it.
he does all the Gokul Papatam, everything is already.
Everything is available there. You can do it. Everybody can do it. Every single person can do it. Prabhus and Matajis, we have to earn money, but we have to save our health also. Because what is the use of money if your health is completely gone? How many cancer patients are coming out? You can't imagine the number. These days, every week I'm hearing 2 people with cancer. I don't know what's going on. It's like a wild spread happening. And that can be stopped only if we eat healthy and offer such healthy vegetables to the deities. Everybody should learn organic agriculture. I am going to start in a commercial way. I'm openly telling. In whatever little land I have, I'm going to start and I'm going to set an example that even if my employer throws me out, I can live on that. Right? And I can feed my family. If not anything, feed my family. And we all can do it. Right? So that's something that we are starting. And I feel, that it's very important that we all also learn Bhagavad Gita and also learn these things, but that is when we understand God and His nature. Practical experience of nature, very important. Otherwise, spirituality is a theoretical concept. We will be buried in theory. We will never experience the presence of God. Presence of God is experienced when you do agriculture. Little bit agriculture also you do. You will experience presence of God, mercy of God. Patience you will learn when you do plantation. You can't put a seed and pull the plant out. Patience. You have to wait for it to sprout. Right? All these qualities will manifest. So I feel a lot of positivity in the initiatives that we are slowly taking. I think for me Sunday evening satsang is I'm meeting all the leaders. Right? All the leaders, the future leaders are the Sunday evening. I don't want newcomers in Sunday evening. I mean, frankly, if they come, that's okay. But then that's not the focus. Sunday evening, let us focus on initiatives, ideas, innovations. How do you want to take things to the next level? New people preaching, let it be contained to Sunday mornings. Everybody let you preach new people. When they get nicely trained up, bring them to Sunday evening. You all understand? This is our model. Everybody should have service. Everybody should have service on Sunday mornings. Everybody who's coming on Sunday evening should have a service on Sunday mornings, so that you can come back here, consolidate things, and grow. And it's not dependent on one person. Right? We are a group. Like Prabhupada established GBC. Gachibowli Satsang. Gachibowli congregation. GBC, no, just kidding. But it has to be like that. If one Lilananda is gone, that doesn't mean Gachibowli is gone. You understand? If one Praveen Prabhu is gone, doesn't mean Gachibowli is gone. Nobody should go, but I'm just telling you. Right? We are all working as one group. I'm facilitator. For now, I'm a facilitator. Right? And we all evolve as a group. And please share ideas. Two devotees came today morning. They were saying, Prabhu, is there any satsang happening in Secunderabad area? Please tell me. Me and my friends will come. We want somebody to preach. There's no preacher in some areas. We don't have preachers in some areas. So you all have to pick up preaching. But to pick up preaching, you all have to do certain minimal qualification is needed. And what is that qualification? Very simple. Minimum 2 years of 16 rounds of chanting without any stop. Right? And start your Bhakti Shastri if you have still not started. I'm starting a new batch. I'm going to float a new batch. Everybody who has not done Bhakti Shastri, please apply. And pick up your rounds to 16 rounds. Push it. If it's not happening, just push it and make it happen. And everybody can do it. Everybody can chant 16 rounds. 16 rounds is minimum. Today, before the class, I finished my 16 rounds. I was so happy today. My bhajan was nice. My class was nice. I felt nice. I don't know what people felt, but I felt very nice because, yes, finish my 16 rounds before 7 o'clock. Right? And then do your morning program. Very nice. Right? Sadhana should improve. And many are not attending the morning Mangalarti. I hardly see 8 or 9 people. Attend, na? For that reason, click there and attend. Even if you're sleeping in the bed, attend. You don't have to on your video. Attend. So you'll know, some devotees doing Mangalarti. Right? And then morning Bhagavatam classes. I'm sorry, I've been a little less attentive I had 2 different clashing programs at the same time. But please attend the morning Bhagavatam classes. Beautiful classes are being given by our devotees. Amazing preparation. Everybody is doing so much preparation to give Bhagavatam chapter presentation to everybody. Where will you get this? And you also know these people. You can contact them if you have any questions. If you hear a Bhagavatam class given by somebody else, can you contact them? But these devotees you can contact. And by you attending, you are inspiring them. That's a service to Krishna that you are doing by attending it and inspiring them to do it. Everybody doesn't have to become a preacher. That's not the point. But preaching also doesn't mean sitting and talking. Preaching means your behavior also. Preaching means your service also. Right? Absolutely fixed in the philosophy. Complete surrender to Prabhupada. Very much needed. And this will improve. This will improve our life. Prabhu, the day you are surrendered, you will become happy. If you're not happy in spiritual life, means you're not surrendered yet. Surrender and happiness are associates to each other. If you're not surrendered, you're still confused. Going around, we are still shopping. Some shopping is going on here. You have to surrender. And then you'll become fixed up. Right? And don't expect, you have to inspire others. Right? Seeing faults in others is very easy. Sitting here, I can see so many faults in everybody. Right? And you can see so many faults in me also. But is that the goal of coming to Satsang? Why are you coming here? To see faults or to see your own faults and to improve from that, right? See our own faults. We have to see those faults, we have to fix those faults and take it forward. Time is running. I'll end with this. Time is running. The days are becoming more and more unpredictable. I don't know why people are going through so many health problems. It's crazy out there. Today I went and met a devotee. He died at 49 years old, liver problem. Govind Prabhu, such a nice preacher. I felt he's Satya Prabhu's childhood friend. Brahmachari, Bhakti Rama Maharaj disciple. I'm like, come on. 49 years is when you begin your life. In a nice, organized way. And you're leaving your body at 49. I went to admit my father. There was no space in ICU. There was no space in neuro ICU. What to speak of any ICU? And they said, because we know the doctor, we'll keep him in ER until we find a bed. And this is any time of a year. It's not like a flu season or anything. Any time of a year. And there are no beds in the hospital. Crazy thing is going on outside. Until we don't know what disease we have, we are just fortunate. Huh? Sitting here right now, we are just fortunate. We don't know what is the next disease. So take spiritual life very seriously, Prabhu. Right? There is a lecture by, especially for Grahasthas, huh? Please hear this one thing. Everybody, I want all Mataji and Prabhus to hear. The lecture by Anand Vrindavan Prabhu. I'll send the link of that. Recently he came. How many like Anand Vrindavan Prabhu's lectures? He speaks from heart. Every lecture he starts, देखो प्रभु आज मैं सब कुछ बोलने वाला हूँ. And he speaks from heart. He's a preacher. He's a perfect preacher. Speaks from heart. He says, I don't know many Sanskrit slokas. I don't know this. Keep all that aside. I'm speaking from heart. I'm speaking from heart. Right? He speaks. And whenever I get a chance, I hear his lecture. Some way I find some time out and I hear it. Recently, he gave a lecture in GEV. Right? It's a 2-hour lecture. Classic Anand Vrindavan Prabhu. Right? And he spoke about the recent difficulty he faced in the family. Recently, he and his wife went through some very difficult times. His son had a lung problem. His son had a lung problem, some lung infection, some viral infection to the lung. And he came out, but the same infection came to his wife. And it was so bad, the infection was so bad, that within few hours, she almost went to a point of dying. They took her to Bhaktivedanta hospital and they were struggling to fix her. She was not able to breathe. It's not COVID, it's something else. They don't know how to fix it. At one point, all the doctors, Bhaktivedanta hospital is our hospital. Right? I mean, devotee, and Anand Vrindavan Prabhu's wife is very important person. And the doctors gave up. They told, Prabhu, we don't know. We have tried everything. We don't know what's happening. We tried everything. We don't know how to fix it. Now, I'm telling you this, there is a background I'm giving. So, Anand Vrindavan Prabhu, that evening, went to his wife and he told her, okay, so you're leaving now. We are going to separate because you're going to leave. I will have to learn to live without you. Right? So they had a conversation one day before what they thought will be her last evening. And she was on oxygen. She was practically removing it and speaking whenever she has to speak anything. And he shared that conversation. In that lecture, he shared that conversation. I still want you to hear it. But I'll tell the saransh of what he told. He told that, his wife, literally next day, he went home, after talking to her, he went home, and his son told, I can't be in the hospital, I can't see my mother die, I don't have that kind of courage, I'll stay at home only. And the doctors told, what is the point you staying outside the ICU? You go home, we will call you whenever it's right time. And on the way, he was actually planning where to cremate her tomorrow. It was done deal, it's over, she's going to die. Just a matter of hours, whenever it happens. They're trying to still save her, but nothing is working. So that was the night. And the night before he left, he had a conversation with her and his wife told this. Now look at the Mataji's conclusion. She said to Prabhuji, that Prabhuji, we both have helped each other throughout our life. We both have made sure that we had adequate sense gratification also. It was a very straight talk. We both have helped each other in sense gratification also, and we both have completed all our duties also, and we both have traveled in Krishna consciousness also. I think we have done whatever that needs to be done. Right? We have done. In material life, in spiritual life. In material life, we have completed all our responsibilities. And we led a good life. And then she ended with one line. लेकिन प्रभु कुछ मजा नहीं है. She told, simple. One line. There was no maza. There was no happiness. We were trying to find happiness throughout our life. We didn't find that happiness. The only thing that is giving some solace is our Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, there is no happiness in material life. Maza nahi hai. We enjoyed each other's senses, husband and wife. I'm not talking only about only the physical aspect. A lot of things are associated with senses. We helped each other in running that life with as much happiness as possible. लेकिन मजा नहीं आया. So Prabhu, I am convinced that I don't want another material body. She told me. I am convinced that we cannot find happiness in material body. I think I'm ready to go now. Right? And he told her, yes, I'm happy. I'm honored to have a wife like you who has told such a great realization. And that's who is speaking? A person is just going to die. She's already told. It can happen anytime now. But miraculously, next day morning she survived. And none of the doctors know how she survived. It was a miracle that she started breathing. Suddenly the virus is gone. Suddenly everything is like, what happened? She survived. And he told, I heard half of the lecture. Why am I sharing this with all of you, Prabhuji? Because we're all grahasthas. We want a materialistic life also. It's also important. Our job is important. Our savings are important. But don't focus too much on that. Because that is not where you'll find happiness. You will not find happiness in material life or anything material will not find happiness. The only place you'll find happiness is association of devotees. You better get convinced on this. If you're not getting convinced, you're only delaying your spiritual progress. It's difficult to get convinced though, but you have to put an effort to get convinced. Don't be proud of anything that you have materially, anything. Be it your position, your body, your education, your house. I keep repeating this again and again and again. But that's something that we have to repeat it within ourselves. Am I proud of anything? Are you proud of your children? Yes, you are. Another obstacle. Right? Yes, you are. My child. Obstacle. Everything that you're proud of in this material world is an obstacle to get attached to Krishna. Attachment to Krishna means no other attachment on anything else. Anything else. And that comes only by mercy of devotees. Get attached to satsang. Let us help each other make more progress. Right? If you're staying close, like I think 4 devotee families are living in Green Grace apartments. Are you all chanting together?
We used to do it during COVID time.
Yeah. You need COVID back again. We should do that. Wherever you're living. Prabhus, put that effort. Right? People are living in Aparna, Lake Breeze, and just one building away each other. At least 3 days in a week. Chant together. Early in the morning, go to each other's houses. You tell, this week my house, next week your house. Matajis cannot go. Prabhujis can go. Right? Mataji is doing the afternoon time. If you're not working, go to each other's houses. Spend more time. Chant 5 rounds with each other. Right? In my own avatar now, Prabhuji has started satsang. There's Mataji are there, no? Vinod Prabhu, Mataji are there, Ramya Mataji. So others, please meet each other more often. For Krishna, not for our general discussion. For Krishna, sit down and chant together. Right? Develop that rhythm. Recently, Raju Prabhu was saying, every morning they are going for Mangalarti. I was so happy. Shripati Prabhu is conducting Mangalarti in his house in Alkapuri Township. Every morning they are going. Singing Mangalarti. Even if it is 5 people, 2 people, you and the person who's performing, that's enough. That's association. Right? And then you chant your rounds together. I mean, I want to chant all the 16. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. Chant how many ever you can. And then create that enthusiasm. Right? Because you have to develop spiritual taste. You have to develop spiritual taste so nicely that when the bad news comes, when the bad news or the sad news comes, are you ready for it? It's going to come. It's going to come. It's just a matter of time. I'm not avashakaram palakakra dimbakaya antunnanu. I'm not speaking anything inauspicious. I'm just telling you the future. We're all going to get a news. Most of us are either 45, 50. Some of us are just crossed 50 or just crossed 40s. Most of us are. Some of you are in 30s. Right? It can come anytime now. Are we prepared for that? And are we strongly prepared for that as a group? Right? It can come. And then what is going to save you? At that time, you can't improve your chanting. Now is the time to do it. He said attachment to Harinam. Anandandan Prabhu told, attachment to the Harinam is the most important achievement you should do as soon as you can. Invest on it. How do I get attached to chanting and hearing? Chanting and hearing is very important. You should get attached to that now. Because after the missile is launched, it falls on your house. You can't suddenly get that attraction. Then it's forceful attraction. Now is voluntary attraction. Take your spiritual life very seriously. Very seriously. Right? And develop an attraction to associate, to chant together, and to listen. Listening, improve your Shravanam. I was reading a quote of my Guru Maharaj, his Holiness Radhanath Swami, was saying, the more you listen, the more you surrender, the more you become humble, the more you connect with God. Everything is dependent on Shravanam. Everything is dependent on Shravanam. Right? So have your Shravanam thing nicely taken care. And we are dealing with a very serious matter. Prabhuji and Mataji, very serious matter. This human life is very important. We keep hearing the same thing again. We will same dabba and meeting again. But this human life is very important. Don't miss the boat. Right? So we have many other festivals planned, many other opportunities to associate. Why do you think we created this one day in VSK? Come out of your comfort zone. Just flush yourself out of what you are attached to. Take some austerity. Come there. Friday evening, sleep. Right? Saturday morning, chant together. Bhagavatam class. Let's do some farm work. Do whatever we can, little bit. Right? Whatever disturbance we'll do, next year farmer will correct it. But let's just do it. Do something. Right? Make whatever, go Kupamrutam or go wrong Amrutam. But make something. Let's get attached to. Right? We have beautiful cows. They're waiting for all of us. Spend time. Once in 2 months. Go there. Spend a whole day. Only lecture in the morning. Right? Then spend some good time. Lunch prashad. Then let's have Ishta Goshti. Sit under a tree. Ishta Goshti. Speak what you want to speak. Hear you want to hear. Reveal what you want to reveal. Inspire how you want to inspire each other. And come back home. Saturday evening you're home. Right? So this is schedule, please. And there is one announcement by Mahesh Prabhu, which you are ready. I don't know how to do it, but
No, you want to do it?
no.
No, I guess I'll give you the material.
No, go ahead. I told I can't do it. So there is some bhajan competition. And the first prize is 5 lakh rupees. Mahesh Prabhu called me like, Prabhu will participate in that. We have to raise funds for a Rath. So we'll do it. Funds will anyway come. That's a different thing. But I don't know how to make it happen. But there is some bhajan competition. You want to go ahead and...
So I told Suma, she's creating a group. So my Prabhu's goal is to get to 5 lakhs at any cost.
Where is it? Within his con?
No. It's outside. Sit here. They can't see you. They can't see you.
So Prabhuji's Mataji's Hare Bol. There is this bhajana, Telugu, it's in Telugu, but I'm translating. There is a bhajana mandali competition in Rangareddy, Vikarabad Jillas, the districts. At least 10 people has to be there in the bhajan committee, bhajan group. Any kind of bhajans are fine. No fees for entry. 30 minutes bhajan. The ask is, if you are interested, make a group of 10 people. I'll send the form. Huh? You already made a group. One group, only one group you are sending?
Suma Mataji is taking care of it. She's already.
No, but so we should not speak about it here.
Okay, fine. So, yes, we are forming groups, but just want to continue telling it. Tomorrow night is the deadline for application.
Tomorrow.
If you are tomorrow night, I'll send the information in the Gachibowli Satsang group. 5 lakhs is the first prize. And the goal is to get it and use it for making Rath. At any cost. Mahesh Prabhu told very strictly. Competition dates are not announced, but March 2nd is the deadline to send the applications. Yeah, we don't know the dates, but they'll announce. So 10 people minimum. Minimum 10 has to be there in each group. And you can send any number of groups, no fees. Okay. So contact Suma Mataji, Suma, and form a group. And then send. You are going, Prabhu? No, you.
Why two groups? We should make 10 groups. 100 people, 10 groups. Then
No, Prabhuji, so we have to make a group with good singers, musicians.
Yeah.
It has to be a perfect group. It's not like...
Not perfect group.
What do you mean? You're not perfect here? Everybody is a singer here.
But you need 10 each in each group.
Mataji wants screen. She already picked. She already added.
Okay, very well.
We want an underdog team also.
Yes.
Prabhuji, you want to announce the events in March?
Events in March, is it? Yeah. So Hare Krishna. So looks like. No. Looks like match fixing is already done. Looks like teams are already decided. Looks like Subbarao Prabhu is going to bribe the organizer. Make sure 5 lakhs come here. Right? Yeah. So Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, quick thing. So March, what is happening? March, what is happening? Shh. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, everybody. Yeah. So 4th March. Hare Krishna, please, everybody. So 4th March, apart from our Sunday evening satsangs, these are the other events that are happening planned for March. March is a very important month. So 4th March, Saturday evening, Gaurang Darshan Prabhu class in Green Grace House. Yeah, so that is already fixed. And then 7th March, Tuesday, Gaurav Purnima in Praveen Prabhu's house. Gaurav Purnima, right? A special Gaurav Purnima will celebrate in Praveen Prabhu's house. 7th March, that is Tuesday. I'm sorry, it's a weekday, but it's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day. So spend some time with your boss and explain about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If he doesn't understand, be merciful. You'll pray for him, whatever you can do, right? But don't come late. Evening. Satsang evening. Gaurav Purnima evening. Yeah, we'll have.
Fast until evening.
Gaurav Purnima fast until evening. Yes.
Moonrise.
Until moonrise, that is evening for us. Specifically moonrise. So don't look at the moon throughout the day. moon kab aoge. Right? 10th March. 10th March. That is a Friday. One night at VSK. Ekadashi Prasadam that day. And 10th and 11th, that is Friday and Saturday, one night in VSK, Mangalarti, Srimad Bhagavatam, and all day at VSK, farming included. 15th of March, Wednesday, the kickoff of youth preaching in our group for boys by Radhesham Prabhu in temple, Abbott's temple, from 6 to 8 o'clock, already fixed. Then Sunday, 19th March. Now it's really a busy week, by the way. So 19th March, Radhesham Prabhu is coming. Once in 3 months, he gives for all of us. Right? Now he's giving for our children separately. That's a different program. That happens every month for our children. So our children are more fortunate than us. But for us, once in 3 months, he comes and gives a special session for all of us. So that is the Sunday evening. Right? And that Sunday evening is 19th of March. And we are doing one special festival that we do in our satsang every year. And the festival is called the Festival of Deities. So everybody who has deities in your house, starting from Laddu Gopal to Gaur Nitai to Jagannath to Radha Krishna, everybody is going to bring their deities. The hall is already booked and paid in my home Krishi. Right? So Prabhuji will come there, we'll do Festival of Deities. Only difference is we'll not do Abhishekam of all the deities. We'll do Abhishekam of one deity. Right? One deity there. And all the other deities will be giving them new Alankarna, and one darshan will happen at a time. For all the deities, one single darshan, we'll have Govinda Madhapurusham singing, and then one deity Abhishekam will happen. Everybody can come and do Abhishekam, and then Prabhuji will give a class. Right? So this program will start a little early, and so that we'll have maximum time of Prabhuji's class. So that is 19th of March. And then 30th of March is Ram Navami. Right? And that happens to a weekday, that's a Thursday. So the hall is booked in my home Krishi. We are going to have it. And all of you please plan to come. We'll have Abhishekam of the Ram Darbar, all the deities. And then we'll also have a class on Ram Navami. Bring new people to this class so you can inspire as many people on Ramayana at different. How many of you attended last time's Ram Navami? Yeah. So you can also conduct a separate Ram Navami in your communities on a weekend day, because that day not many people will come. Right? Or try to make it the time work. But evening we all will meet. We all will definitely meet for Ram Navami that evening. Yeah. So that is March. And then April, nothing is there. April is a diamond. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Anybody? Yeah? So now we all will get up. We'll have Gaurarti. If you don't know Kiba Jaya Jaya Kirtan, please go ahead and get into your mobiles. Go to Google Guru and say Kiba Jaya Jaya. Right? And you get the Gaurarti Kirtan. Enthusiastically sing, and we will have a nice Gaurarti together. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Everything is short. Yeah, somebody can remove the mats, remove the projector, remove everything. Let's remove all this. Oh, after that. You will copy it? Pictures here. Pictures. I just got from you.
Bag
Yeah, sure.
అది కావాలి బ్రో ఇది కావాలా పెడదాం
అది కొంచెం గుర్తుంది కదా బాబు కొంచెం గుర్తుంది కదా అది మీ దాని మీద షార్ట్ కదా కావాలి ఎక్స్టెన్షన్
Malim, can you do the arti? Thank you, brother. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so all Prabhujis can come this side, Matajis can come that side. Hare Krishna, Matajis can come to the left side, in the front. Yeah. Huh? Dandavat Pranam Matajis, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Bol, yeah. Can we switch off the AC? Thank you. Yeah, we switch it off. You can sit and drawings, please. Very good, very good. Everybody has the arti in your mobiles, ready? Or in your minds, ready? Ki bajayo, jayo, gora chande, arati kasho.
Hare
ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रादिकाचार्य स्तोत्र जीवन भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। प्रेम से बोलो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। पुण्य क्षेत्र वृंदावन धाम की जय। गंगे माए की जय। यमुने माए की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। कलिका पावन तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन निधि की जय। साइंस सेंट्रल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। साइंस सेंट्रल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंद हरि 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 बोल। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya vipasindhobhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Sai Gaur Premanand. Hari bol. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. रंगनाथ नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह स्वामी भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्रील गुरुदेव की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद। So the rightful claimers for the cakes can come this side so we can have Daksh Prabhu and who else? Yeah, Nandini's birthday also, right? Little Nandini. Yes, please. Satya Prabhu's anniversary, Satya Prabhu and Shirsha Mata's marriage anniversary. Prabhu, where is your cake? No. Prabhuji, please come. Please come. अरे आओ ना साथ में। The youth couple of us, Satya Prabhu and Shirsha Mata. Please. Everybody, Hare Krishna.